too, so, whatever works. I'm pretty good at lining us up with wherever we ended. But yeah, so as you guys are aware, you guys stopped right before approaching into the flaming wizard library tower kind of vibe that you've been enjoying every time you come to the Quiet Sigil. Now, prior to that, you guys got into some combat during your rest. Technically, nobody took a full rest because it was interrupted, and then you guys tried to go back to sleep, and then you guys went into a whole combat situation. So, in all realisticness, Marsh and Alastor, to my proper calculations, but correct me if I'm wrong for everyone who listened to it today, because I listened to it like 3 times in the past 72 hours. But I'm pretty positive neither of them got a complete rest, and that's a entire 8 hours. Marsh for sure didn't, because that dude just has a hell of a time sleeping.
Yeah.
At most, I got a rest.
Time
I don't even
sleeping.
think that.
When you get to my age, it's hard to get a full night's sleep because you get up, you got to go to the bathroom, and then by the time it's 4 a.m, you might as well get up and have your oatmeal.
So, technically, Alastor and Marsh are exhausted. I already applied it to your character sheet, Alastor. You'll see it in the top left-hand side. It is not a happy face. It is more of a mild-toned face at the moment. And it only gets worse from there. This means that your guys' ability and skill checks are all at disadvantage moving forward. I believe it's the time. I don't remember. I'm the worst.
I don't think my HP is accurate.
Just
though.
ability checks.
4.
Well, Marsh is at 11.
I should be.
If I even took
very
it.
hurt.
Yeah, you're at 11, so that would make sense. Alastor, you're also a squishy character. I don't have the log.
I think I may have taken 1 wisp hit, but it wasn't a hard hit, and Chad healed me later, so I feel like I'm full health.
Yeah, he healed the both of us because I got whacked because I was like half health.
So I should have all first level spells, and I should only have 2 second level slots available.
Okay, so that you can modify on your sheet if it's incorrect. I'm pulling your guys' roll log right now to see what might have happened. I'm attempting to pull the roll log.
Yeah, because I didn't do any. Yeah, I did 0.
This is important for accuracy. We have to do this. Just in case. I mean, you don't know. We're going to go into battle kind of weakened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we'll see what
smart.
happens.
Or we could just give everybody full spells. Let's kill this demon.
Yeah, let me just load you guys up. No problem.
Because
I
I believe it was 8 points.
It was 8 HP that you cast.
Healed,
yes.
And it was Prayer of Healing, which is a second level spell, which is the only spell I casted, and I did it for Alastor and Marsh. And Henry, I believe. Because those were the 3 that took damage. I healed all of Henry's damage. Alastor I did not, because it was only 8.
Well, I didn't have very much damage.
Oh, that's
Henry
right.
had a lot of
Yeah.
damage.
Yeah.
I took a 20 hit at the very beginning,
Right.
and I think I took something. I don't know what it was, though.
Well, I'll put you back. Oh, yeah, by the way, we have now hit and healing numbers that'll appear as you guys hit and heal each other. Now, that's something I wanted to touch up bases on with you guys. I put some visual enhancements to help with not only us announcing things and also for viewing purposes, but also for us as players. The hit mark, the numbers, when they're green, you're healing. When they're white, they're damaging. It is very important if you guys want these things to happen, you guys need to choose your targets when attacking. Okay, I'm working on a little tutorial for you guys, but I didn't get it out in time because the episode 3 thing was giving me so many problems. So remember, on your guys' top left section, if you hover over the little person, it says tokens controls. When you click on that, you should have 4 controls. I actually logged into Gallant's side a couple times, so I think that's what you have. On the top, you have the select token. That should always be selecting your token that you're attacking with or doing actions with. On the bottom, it is your select targets. which is the radial button. You always need to click on that one to then click on the person you're targeting. If it's a if it's a spell or something like that, the template should already do it. If not, you would then select all 3 of them before casting your spell. Okay? You can select all 3 by holding Control and clicking on multiple, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. No, Shift and Control. And it'll like highlight more. If you drag off to the side, it'll wipe anyone you selected. Okay? You see, I don't know. Now, I believe you guys don't see if it says hits or not. Do you see that or no?
Hit Naza.
Yes. Okay.
I
So
see
then you do.
hits Naza.
Perfect. So it should be. I just didn't test it on the player end, but it should tell you guys when you do and don't hit. If you do not hit, hit die will not roll. Our damage die will not roll. So it'll only show the attack, and it'll tell you misses. If you hit them, it'll then apply it. Okay. So in this case, you hit her for 8 damage. She was then at very low HP because I didn't set her HP.
She's fine. And if she died, I'd be cool with it.
So that's what you would expect. Also, spells are going to get a further visual upgrade coming soon. I couldn't get it to trigger, and I think it's because I have to put the newest update that came out, but for something else. But Chosen One, your spiritual weapon is 100% out of the box, ready to go now, and it does have its attacks. You should have ownership over it. You should be able to click and move it, and you should be able to attack with it.
Cool.
All right, and the math should all be correct, so there shouldn't be no issues with that one. Otherwise,
too soon, my friend.
Do I have that healing potion applied to my inventory?
You're
or
about
no?
to. You're about to.
Wicked cool. I've been thinking about how I'm going to use that all day. Not gonna lie. I think I have to give it to Marsh. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking pass out.
Yeah. Is it something that it just like appears? Is it something that I've
It's
always
in your
had?
inventory. You just happen to have it. Yeah, this
I
is
just happen.
more of
Okay,
a-
so
yeah, this
and
is
I
more of
know,
a
and I
passive-
know what it, and I know what it is. It
Absolutely,
was like,
yeah. You're like, oh, I have one. And
Got
then
it. Cool.
if you guys RP it, like, what the fuck? How did totally go for it? It's just one of those moments where next thing you know, I got a potion. You know what I mean? Like,
got it. Cool.
I'm scrummaging through my bag for last second hope and despair kind of vibe.
Got it.
In regards to the poll, we will see when that comes.
Okay. 2d4 plus 2 hit
great.
points.
That boat didn't go my way.
Alrighty.
Fuck.
So we'll go ahead and say you guys are currently in your stage of planning. What is it you guys are doing before going inside? No one said you guys had to run inside. No one said that it is. No one said it is actively on fire. This is more of that same fire taunting, like I'm here, kind of beacon that it's giving off. Similar when you guys left.
He's taunting us. We're gonna taunt the fuck out of him. It is.
My books are on fire. This is a successful taunt.
How can I make a? How fucked up does Marsh look? How can I see how everyone looks? Like I'm making.
Give me a general insight check.
All right. I need to see how fucked up these guys are. Attributes, insight. Oh. All right.
Oh, whoa.
Oh,
20.
Yeah, I mean,
18.
You
He
get the
sees
vibe that
how our souls are doing.
yeah, you get a solid heartbeat coming from everybody, but a very slow one coming from Marsh, and it's not his old age.
Got it. I in hopes to not use all my divine favors to ensure that we don't die in the tower, I pilfer through my bag of things, start patting down, and I feel the healing potion, I'm assuming, and I look at it. Chosen One never remember bringing this. Old crossbowman, please take. And I hand it to him.
Marsh just reaches out and grabs it and goes, "Oh, thank you, little chosen guy. I really appreciate that. Oh, heck."
Chosen One never been called little since he was 2.
Just, yeah, that's what I meant. Big chosen guy. Whatever.
This should help you feel better.
Aye, mates. Well, that may be a nice help to Marsh over there. I reckon, Alastor, you're looking a little tired yourself, mate.
Definitely a little bit worse for wear, but don't mind me. I need those books. Let's get the books out of there.
So should I roll? I'm going to just drink the health potion immediately.
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and delete it from your inventory, Kellen. And if you don't know how, your sheet might be locked. There's a little green lock button on the top right next to the journal. I don't know if you guys can see that, to be honest.
Alright, I just put it to 0.
That works too. I can go in there and delete it for you. Marsh, you already have it in there now. You can click on it to use it, and it should expunge itself. But we'll see.
Use. I have a target token.
Target yourself. Good practice. Yeah, so targeting is huge, guys, for your guys' for this smooth of automation and stuff for the NPCs and the enemies and things that you may face. In the long run, it won't feel like a task, but in the beginning, it will. But you guys will love it later because there are going to be more and more visual effects. I'm working on. We're making the visual. We have visual. I say we, even though it's an individual that I support, and they do all these awesome effects for even basic attacks and stuff. So I'm trying to get you guys some cool visual aids and whatnot. But they only work if you guys target things. So at the end of the day, that's a requirement.
Chosen one, no sure if we should go in just yet.
What are we waiting for? Go save my books.
That fire been on and off, hot and cold. Yes and no. Chosen one, no think it real.
Randall, you're muted.
Does it look like an illusion to me? Do I feel heat?
Yeah, you guys absolutely feel heat coming off of it. You don't see smoke though.
Feeling pretty real.
Hi, mates. It looked about the same to me as the last time we were here. I reckon the tower's still standing. I'm with Chose on this one.
Well, I'm all about getting them out of my library so I can protect those books. Perhaps we can pull them from the fires. How will you taunt them, Chosen One?
Who's them?
There are 2 suits of armor that Henry and I saw inside.
Mate, you didn't tell him about the suits.
Are we to wear the armor?
If you can catch them, they're yours.
You hear Naza.
Me no understand. What do you say by suits?
Mate, these suits may have been possessed of evil magic, if you follow.
Well, I would more or less say that they are a living type of entity. You ever fight a man in full suit armor, big one?
Chosen ones fight and crush many men in armor.
Now imagine that armor with no man in it, but still fighting.
Well, that's just silly.
It is, but it is real, and I do heed warning that though it may be silly, the strength in which they hold that men do not is what is fearsome.
How do we bring them out here rather than fight them in there?
Now that is something I don't have an answer to.
Naza, mate.
Horny lady have no answer to anything. Chosen one don't like the horny lady.
Naza, mate. I reckon you know about these. You fought them before.
Well, I fought many different kinds of monstrous and dangerous type beings and demons, as some like to call them. And yes, I may be entitled a demon slayer, but at no point am I an expert in every demon. You see, they're all choosingly unique. And I'll be honest, it makes things very difficult at times. But
even these suits of armor.
Well, the suits of armor are more, I would say, minions. They follow orders, but they don't act individually. as I would go about saying. I would, however, warn that it being a fire-based demon of sense in which you guys describe and based off of the building, that it'll most likely be trying to reach the elemental plane of fire for further assistance, because the armors are very meager in the sense of companionship outside of these walls, I'd assume.
Mates, reckon we could just knock the tower down and smash him. You can
Not
recover
with
your
not
books
with
after.
inside. No.
I don't.
I like that idea. Fuck the tower.
No, I can't allow this. I'm gonna run.
I cast it to a vote.
Well, I've seen it with my own eyes that I don't necessarily think it's an actual fire. Okay, now hear me out. Hear me out. The book was on fire. I think the bookman may have opened the wrong book. I don't know. Don't ask me. He just may have touched the wrong book, and now it just looks like it's on fire. I don't think it is. I just think it's a demon. We got to get in there. We got to close the book, and then we'll be good.
Chosen one, no think closing book kill demon. You just
So you're saying the
close
book is still there?
No, I saw it with my eyes. And so did the little pokey dinosaur man. He saw it too.
Cobalt. So Cobalt and you witnessed it arrive from a book, you say?
Yes. Well, no.
And
yes.
And this book, no one happened to pick it up in the time and try to close it down, correct?
Nose too hot.
I see. So if it was too hot then, and it was potentially very hot now, or even in existence, how do you wish to close this book? Though I do think it sounds genuine. I've seen crazier things, but if none of us interacted with this book, then we could only hope that your theory is somewhat subjectively correct.
Chosen one have water skin. He pour water on his hand. He saw a movie once where Vin Diesel drenched himself in water and flew in heat.
Yeah, that might work.
A movie. Is that like a one of those plays where the actors actually act? Oh,
he just nods his head.
I'll have to see where they play those.
In town, probably.
Chosen one think he saw one once at the circus.
Ah, the circus.
No, we don't have that at the circus.
Shot down by Marsh.
Chosen one no like idea of fighting in tower. Chosen one much better in open quarter. And we all see each other very well. In tower, there were many areas to be blocked and many areas can't see around. Chosen one no think good idea to fight in there.
I fear that might be what they are hoping for.
What's that? What's that, lass? To fight outside or to fight in the tower?
And then you want free?
Well, the bigger concern is how do we get in to get them out?
Oh. Well, that's the question, ain't it?
I'll leave it to you all to decide, as I am just one of... she looks around and she sees both the owlbears and all of you, and one of many, but we either do or don't, and I'm okay with going in alone. Just, I don't like surprises where people run in the last second thinking they're helping, only to make it more liability.
Marsh has a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are there windows on the doors?
So there are not windows on the doors, but there are windows along, like here, and like the outer circlets. So when you went inside, you went inside like here, basically in between this joint, because when you went inside to your left, there was a round, and then down the way there was that other round area with the bamboo statue, and then the other side of the library. So there's windows, and you see nothing from the windows for the first time. Actually, for you guys actually asking about the building, there is no light coming from the windows. Just the exterior seems to be lit in some sort of fire.
So we don't see anything but like a red, like a glow coming from the windows, or
You just see a window. You can't see inside the window from assumingly where you stand. It's
Telling
higher up,
you.
mind you. The stairs go up about 15 to 20 feet before entering the building.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
how sturdy does this building look?
Very sturdy. The fire does not seem to have affected it in any way.
The fire's not real.
Let's see here.
Now just kind of, surveying what you guys are up to, and she kind of just randomly spouts. So, which one of you brought this upon us again? I get that topic very blurry sometimes.
I think it was the bookman.
It's a
It
little
was still
blurry.
Excuse me, I did no such thing.
It's a little blurry. I took the candle. The bookman, as he calls him, apparently touched the wrong book, and then the chosen just said something about here to fight a fire lord.
This is nonsense. I've done no such thing.
I seen it. You touched a lot of books.
I rescued
Why
books from
didn't
that library.
You, and she points at you, Darko. Why didn't you mention him when you mentioned Cobalt? You were very adamant about blaming Cobalt, but then you said you were there, but you forgot to leave the bookman, but you mention him every other time. I find it very interesting that I'm trying to assist individuals who can't tell the truth. She very focuses her eyes across each of you, and then back to Marsh, and kind of her eyes rest easy in I know you kind of sense. And Marsh, I don't know what kind of company you've kept, but I've been there before. I once had my own big fella, Goblin Cleaver. He was a rough one. And then we had a couple short ones, looking down at Darko. Warren.
I want to do a roll to see if Henry picked up on that.
Okay. Go for it. Do me an insight check. And, well, I just hope that this crew doesn't leave us to our death like the one I once traveled with almost did countless times. But one can hope.
Chosen one be told by God to kill fire person. Kindler or Asher, the little match, or something of that sort. I'm not sure, but it's a fire thing.
Mm-hmm.
And chosen one, he can go and smush, but he rather smush out here.
Agreed.
Little match in the beginning, perhaps, but now I have a sense that it is much bigger. Alastor, don't you feel it? Give me an Arcana check. Henry, you think you understand, but what you understand is what you understand.
I'm just gonna start contemplating Darko. Just
I don't understand.
Alastor, you are staring at the building in awe that there are potentially books just burning in there. You don't care about anything else. And Naza, her words just land on empty ears.
Henry
I
will
can't
just walk
wait anymore.
over
I'm
and
gonna
just start.
just go. I don't know what they're all waiting for. I need my books.
Well, you can try.
Chosen one, think you send little spider thing in there. You check it out.
I
What's
still
up, Henry?
can't believe you're too weak, chosen one, to go in yourself. You need a spider to do it for you. Come now. What is this nonsense?
Hold on, Henry. What was that, Henry? Go ahead.
Henry walked over and is just kind of suspiciously glaring at Darko now.
What are you looking at?
You got something to say, mate?
About what? What do you want me to say?
Who looked just like you one time turned out to be the one who stole the last of our grog. I think you might not be telling the full truth, mate. Between you and I, we could settle the score.
Well, I definitely didn't see no grog. Still no grog. Nope. Nope. Look at no grog.
Mate, if I find you
open up my bags.
lying
No grog.
about-
Look at.
Mate, I ain't talking about no grog. There's something.
Well,
something
you
amiss
just
with the
mentioned
story
grog.
about
Like, did you not
kobold.
just you got a friend that stole some grog?
Marsh
Mike,
Marsh
stop
just
throwing the
looks
red
up and
herring.
he goes, he's got you there, Henry. You're definitely talking about some missing grog.
For the first time, Henry feels like he's the smartest one in the group, and he's surrounded by morons.
As you guys are bickering amongst each other, you see Alastor summon a Nasi and set a Nasi down to the floor. And as a Nasi goes to the floor, you guys expect something, but you don't expect what you see next. Alastor, take it away.
Anansi, wait outside for me. I will be going in. And I run up the ramp into the library.
Oh, Christ.
My books! I'll save you!
That's in the background. You hear Henry going, "Mate, there wasn't a vote."
So, really quick, as like an aside,
Oh my god.
out of character, does Darko really have any idea how to solve this current predicament?
Based off of your past, yeah, absolutely. You believe the book could be a serious source of this
Okay.
of this situation. Now, this is because you've seen crap like this before. Now,
Yep.
you don't know if this in this situation if the book is, because this doesn't feel like a religious thing. This definitely feels just more like a deep evil arcane, which you know religions and cults to be a very often mask of. So that's where your general concept comes from. The second best the second best approach you would have to going about this outside of the book theory is assuming that inside there's some kind of sitch that has to be done to stop. You know how this shit works. There is no just like, oh, I'm just super powerful and can do it on my own. There's always something else that demons use to gain their influence or their power, and there's always like a charge time. And it's been about less than a week since you guys been here and back. So it's probably, from what you've seen, not manifested enough yet, but you've given it some serious amount of time.
As I see Alastor just do the dumbest thing I think I've ever seen him do, and Chosen One doesn't understand dumb or not dumb, but he gets what he's doing is really dumb. Can I make like a athletics check to catch his shirt before he goes in? Like I run up and like try to grab him by the collar of the neck.
I'll give you an athletics check at disadvantage because you suggested a Nasi and you really thought he was going to use them.
I did. I'm fair with that. But if I have
who on earth in
any
their right
chance,
mind would think that
Alright, and what will I be using as a save?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, I will do it at a disadvantage.
Alastor, do you see anything or is it black?
Oh, it's black still.
Perfect. That's what I want. I'm waiting to see.
What's
if
my
this
save?
happens or not. Well, your
I don't
save
really
would
need
be a dex. Because with the disadvantage, he's
It's
going to
not
rip
gonna
the shit
happen.
out of you. That's why I wasn't sure if...
Oops, that's not the right one. I need save. Oop, let me switch that to save. Okay.
Watch him roll a 20.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
No! My books, let me go!
you succeed.
my God.
Chosen
way-
One think this very bad idea. He
I
takes
can save them!
Alastor and puts him in the middle of everybody. Chosen One think Alastor gone crazy and have death wish.
No! I can go in there, I can save the books! Let me save them!
I think your Spiter better, because your Spiter don't die. You keep a summon Spiter.
You don't know how I work, Chosen One, and I will not kill Anansi for your pleasure. Now stop being a weakling and go in there and save my books.
Well, wait a second. What if we just needed to retrieve one book?
Well, this is getting a lot more interesting as Naza leans in with all of a sudden some hopeful hearing advice.
You see,
Mike,
the book I was talking
What
about
do you know
earlier.
about the? What do you know about the books?
It was on
You
fire.
reckon
Yeah,
you
I
can
didn't light it on
pick
fire.
that book out of the entire
No, I didn't touch it. It was not me. It was not me. No,
Out
it
of
wasn't
character, wasn't it you?
It totally was.
Out of character. Out of character. If you go back and look, actually, it wasn't.
me. No.
It wasn't.
He and Kobold found the book in that
Mhm.
state, and they
Mhm.
didn't close it. They saw the book after finding the hidden room, and it was already there and on fire.
Got
And
it.
then they're
That's
like,
where the
they're like,
smoldering
yeah,
smoke came
yeah.
from.
And
Got
then they
it,
were
okay.
like, "Oh fuck, don't do nothing," because then
We
it
panicked
started.
and we
And
left.
like, yeah, so it's their fault, but it's not their
I
fault.
tried
you
to
know?
I tried to send the bookman in, but he didn't want to go.
You didn't force me in. I got on fire.
Oh
or
yeah, it
something.
was like a backdraft or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. A backdraft occurred and spewed out as the demon came out to play. He was like, "All right, you guys are taking too long. What's up?" And then you guys ran away.
So so like I said before, the little pooky dinosaur man, he found a book. Now this book was it was on fire. Okay. Now I did not light it on fire. So my assumption is this is the cause of our problems. So we just need to get the book, bring it out here, and we destroy it.
Mike,
Is
you had
anybody
me at
listening to
destroying
me right
book.
now?
Well, my one question is: are we all going in to retrieve this book, or are we nominating somebody? As it looks like we had a volunteer. She points her direction toward Alastor.
I'll go.
Well,
I volunteer.
I mean, okay.
Chosen
Maybe we,
one, very
maybe we
suspicious
distract.
of Alastar's willingness.
Mike, I reckon
Yeah,
it
what
can't
is-
be.
what is
Marsh
it
can't
here?
be ye. What I reckon we need to send in the one who could identify the book. Darko.
Oh no,
Mike, you've
Nope.
seen the book.
not me. Nope.
As that said, Naza puts her arm on your shoulder and is like, "Well," she looks down at you. "I don't mind having company if you need a decoy to identify this book."
She's on my shoulder.
Yeah, she has her hand on your shoulder. You notice that her nails are very sharp, and she has like almost like a feline aspect to her hand that's holding your shoulder. It's almost out of place with the rest of her physique, but it kind of briefly comes and goes as you're put on the spot.
And then just to verify, none of the kobolds are with us, right?
None of them.
Okay.
They all seem to have went missing after Alastar's encounter with No.
Well, the pokey. I'm like look around, like as if I'm like looking for someone else to send in my place, and then just kind of more or less like get that sinking feeling that I'm probably pretty much the only one that's seen this book here and knows what's going to happen next.
All right. Real quick, I do want to shout out to Marsh, who is shoving food into his mouth like a hamster right now. He can't
I'm
really
so
be
hungry.
seen. He can't really be seen, but I just want everyone, whoever ends up watching this, to know that he was shoving food into his
I
mouth
watched-
like Ash fucking
Oh,
ketchum with the ice cream.
I
You know what I mean? Like,
I
just
couldn't tell if
tearing
it was
that
a tub
sucker
of
up.
ice. I couldn't tell if it was a tub
I
of
thought
ice
it was
cream
ice
or.
cream.
But
We'll
either
never know.
way, it looked delicious because I don't think I've ever eaten that fast, and and I'm the fastest eater ever.
Oh, give me a perception, Henry.
All right. I mean, I was staring right at him. I was literally talking to him
I mean,
about
there's a lot
whether he
going
could
on.
pull
There's a lot
things
going
too.
on. You never know. You never
Okay.
know.
I
With
never
your
let
perception
away.
being a negative, it's tough.
I don't know if I ever let go.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was trying to sneak away, though. I
Yeah.
thought maybe
So,
I can.
chosen one, you feel Alastar trying to smuggle away as Henry's like eyeballing the shit out of him to the point where there's like a laser freaking burning a hole into him, and you're just not even budging. Like you're not even trying to let him go, and Alastar is just like trying to move any aspect that you're not holding on to as he's trying to sneak away.
This is ridiculous. You're all talking about nonsense. Just let me go in.
So then, is it settled? Will it be I and Darko?
I
well,
reckon
think the
that'd be
bookman
I
wants to
reckon
come
that'd be the
too.
cast of the vote.
I let go of Alastar and I toss him towards
All on my
Darko.
Yeah.
I toss him
You
toward
throw
Darko
him?
and
The bookman knows where this book is at too.
you go with them if you
I
want.
indignantly brush off my coat, my robe, and I use Presto to clean off the dirt as well as I'm doing this as well. Fine. I choose to go. You don't tell me to go.
Right.
Well, then I guess it'll be us three. A wizard and a... looks down at you, Darko. I'm not quite sure what you're capable of, but let's just hope you don't hinder us and you can identify that book, yes?
I'm just gonna clink my torch on the ground, and then the flame is just gonna like poof really quick, and I'm like,
I've got some tricks up my sleeve.
Parlor tricks, perhaps. Let's hope they're more useful inside.
Hey. Just because
How
I'm small doesn't
long-
mean I don't have a mighty punch, okay?
So-
that is what I'm hoping. Yes, the dwarf kind are quite strong in the physical nature.
Yeah, strong. See? Ha, 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 ha.
I'm just gonna start like the torch is in place. I'm just gonna be punching around it right now, just like warming up.
There you go. What's up, Joseph?
How long
Wolves are
is
strong.
1 minute in game?
1 minute in game in this scenario is gone after a quick conversation, but in combat, it's an entire 10 rounds.
If they enter the building, is that considered combat?
Only if
That's
they
if
initiate
they're-
it.
Yeah. It depends.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a gamble at that point. Good news is it's a cantrip, so you're not wasting it.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Oh, I
right.
still
So
have an
I'm gonna sit
inspiration,
down. Say, prior to you three lucky folk going in,
Well,
I don't want to say chosen because I obviously am the chosen.
Can someone explain to me why we're the only ones going in?
Because sometimes
should-
the crowd gets in the way, and I'd rather that not be the case.
I shall give you blessings. And I hold my hands on and touch all of them in places. I slap Nessa on the ass back and give
So
them guidance.
You only give them 3. Wait, are you giving them guidance or are you giving them bless?
Guidance.
Guidance. So you quickly cast guidance with 6 seconds.
Everybody getting that?
Right before
Bring it
they
up.
go, I want to cast it and touch and say like now and shove them in.
Frozen,
Essentially.
Oh yeah, Alex, you're frozen.
dripping.
DJ DM.
Okay, so by the
He's got-
way, I'm going to lean down to Darko and just whisper in Darko's ear, when we get inside, grab as many books as you can.
Look at my arms. How many books do you think I can
Alright.
hold?
You guys
3!
hear
You
me?
can carry 3!
Yes, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, so what I was
you need to
saying-
say everything you said all
Alright,
over again.
So what I was saying is guidance is every 6 seconds and it lasts us for a minute each. So you're going to cast it within 18 seconds and then shove them all in.
That is the hope. Yes.
Not a problem. We will get to that real quick. Before you do that, Naza looks in the direction of Henry and says, then what is your plan before I... Looks at the other 2. Give up a sacrifice or 2.
Well, I reckon that you could be having the forces right on your back when you're coming out. So I reckon that we should set up an ambush right by the door, just in case. I'm thinking a man on each side, one to the right, one to the left. And Marsh, what's the range on that bow of yours?
You're about 120 feet, my good man.
Perfect, mate. What we need you to be is about 100 feet away. If they come rushing out of here, no offense, mate, you are a tad getting on in the years, you know what I'm saying? We're going to need you to have as much range behind you for running as possible. And
Yep.
and I don't know how dwarves age, mate, so...
Just
Just so you're aware, real quick, Chosen one, guidance is concentration, so you can only have it casted on one person.
Fuck. Damn it.
I'm your favorite.
If you do,
Who's your favorite?
if you do blessing, they would all be able to have a benefactor, and you
I
can
know.
concentrate it on the outside. But I'm just,
I
not
know.
using it.
I don't want to use a bucket.
See how little he thinks we are worth? We're not worth blessing.
I want to see. I want to read the bless spell real quick.
No worries.
Why isn't it letting
Okay,
me
so
pop
meanwhile,
up?
I actually want to ask because I recall the library had a ramp up to the door, or was
Yes,
it?
it's like a ramp / stairs up the door. Yes.
Okay, so it's not super far away. They can see it.
No, yeah, you can see the ramp. It goes about 10 feet, and then it goes into the tunnel about 10 feet. So it's about a 20-foot total ramp. But then after you pass 10 feet, you go into like a little cover, and then it goes to the door.
Okay, so they could still potentially hang out, but they couldn't really hide behind the door or anything.
Correct. They'd have to probably be about 10 feet outside. Be outside on the right-hand side of the wall because it hugs the wall on the left, which you would see on the map, actually.
Right on. Okay, cool.
The issue with blessed is it only benefits attack and saving throws, not skills or attributes, I should say. Which is what I'm concerned about, but I'll do blessed. I bless him. Blessed.
Okay, go ahead and target each of them.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
Bless me, old chosen
Oh,
one.
it's not letting me. It only lets me target one.
you have to hold shift and click on that.
Okay. All right. And Darko.
You've just been blessed by the chosen one.
I didn't put blessed in my hot bar. I thought I did.
It could have gotten wiped. I think this is the first day. This is the first actual game with me having everything loaded in properly. So I was using your character for a lot of testing. I don't know if I accidentally messed up any of your stuff.
All right. I'm blessed.
Perfect. All right. So perfect. Awesome. So the little green token on the top left means that you three are blessed. I don't believe it's taking official time now, but if it does, I can refix it when we go into it. And then into combat, it should keep track of it. It should actually apply it also, so you don't have to do it with any of your rolls. It'll show like a D4 being rolled also. So we should be good in that message.
You're blessed.
Well then, are we ready? And Naza looks at Alastor and Darko.
Yes.
Yep, I suppose so.
Tell Anansi to wait for me outside.
So stupid.
Out of
Nazi.
game there. Did Darko pick up me giving him the queen
Good
chess
question.
piece?
Alastor noticed it. Darko, he was slipping you the chess piece that he's been holding on to
Oh,
from Joseph.
oh yeah. Okay, I see it. Yep, I took it.
All right.
When that happened, he just whispered to you, "Mate, I reckon you might find a use for this."
I'm gonna look at it. Okay.
I lean down and I just say, "It's a queen. I learned that from one of my books."
Bloody books.
I think I've seen that
Actually, a
thing
pawn
before.
piece. That's the best part.
Marsh doesn't remember, but Stan remembers.
As you guys enter the library, for the upteenth time, in your own opinion, you walk in, and as you do, the door slams behind you. You immediately see it kind of light up in this magical flame. It gives off no immediate heat. You look around and you see sparks in the air. You feel this tension of warmth. Not to the severe sense that you're worried of your well-being, but to the point where it will easily make you sweat within a couple minutes. As you perceive what you see within the room thus far, you see it at the center of the podium where Darko had once taken his moment to read, and you actually sat among the pews or not pews, but the benches to lounge about also. There seems to be this aura of red dome covering it. It almost looks, it's absolutely a magical sense, but it almost looks as if to be some kind of barrier. But there's nothing within. And you guys actually don't hear anything but a small little crackle of kindle somewhere, but not in the sense of any smoke, but yet you see those little sparks of flames as if it's constantly around you everywhere, just not harming you.
grab some books. I'm running to the bookshelf.
All right.
I don't notice the fire just yet, but I grab the books and then I look for the door after.
Okay. As you grab the books and go back to the door, you then see that the door is actually caught in a flame. You should actually see that too. See like a little glow to the door.
I look around. I'm looking essentially to see if there's any enemies or anything that I should be worried about. Like
give me a perception check, Darko. As you bravely start walking through the library, Naza does too, going north as you go west. Oh. And as very nice. Not 20. And as you see that along these walls right here, these locations, this is all like where that secret room was once. You see just the same as the door, just these unique flames just going along it as if preventing something from entry. You and Naza from here also see down here there is a circular flame surrounding the entire carpet. As you guys are looking about and thinking what any of this can mean, Alastor, you realize that there is a floating, familiar will-o-wisp hanging about 10 feet or so above you. In no sense giving off any damage or threat or sense of entity liveliness, but it is there and you do see it. With your perception check, you do notice that the door is absolutely unopenable. Every time you get close to it, it seems to give off more heat. Though you didn't come in contact with it, you would be wise enough not to touch it. But the book's still in your hand. You're getting a little warm with your robe, your heavy robe on, and with all the pockets, you're kind of feeling a bit sweaty. But you are right now a trapped rat in a metal bucket with a torch on it, slowly and steadily warming.
You there? Who are you? Speaking to the familiar.
You just kind of see it just hovering there, and just like it's casual state. You see Darko, you see Naza walk off along the back end, and you kind of hear her shouting out, this is interesting. I have a feeling we're being set up. What do you guys wish to do? Meanwhile, everyone else outside is waiting patiently. You don't hear any commotions. However, you do notice at the tower, it is no longer alit.
Can I tell what she's talking about when she says we're being set up?
How do you wish to identify it?
I'm assuming she's looking at something, correct?
She's kind of looking, so she's kind of surveying the area. She notices these unique fire barriers that exist. From where you're standing, you actually can see that there's also another one down here. Mm-hmm. And you also see yet another of these wisps there. And from up here, I think you can see like a glow coming off from here. Mm-hmm. Outside of the one that's there. And then you see Naza looking up. And as she looks up, you guys... now, I'm going to do... So, are one of you guys watching... or actually, can all of you guys click on Naza's token? So you guys have vision of her sight. Let me know when you do.
See.
Mm-hmm.
It's got your little things coming in. Marsh is the only one going south for some reason.
Where is she?
She's up top.
She is?
Oh, because if you have your vision, click away out of your token.
Yeah, I clicked out. I don't see her token. I see the statue and I see Darko.
Interesting. Do you guys see your token? Does anyone see it?
I do. Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'll just put observer real quick so you guys can see it. Boom. How about now?
So I know where she is. You told me.
Okay. So, the main reason...
Oh, there she is. I see her now.
Cool. So, I'm just pointing this out because I'm using Naza to explain this. In the future, this is a new update with a thing. There is a module called Levels made by a very genius individual, I think named Strider. I could be wrong, though. But, there are things I'm going to start putting in the maps. Like so.
I see the ladder. Cool.
Plus 10 feet.
It goes up the ladder, and what else changed?
She's got a elevation
and a view.
Look at the map.
10 feet.
Can you see the map change? Or no?
No, I just saw her go up 10 feet or down 10 feet.
Well, I mean, you can see the entire map. basically.
But you
right?
see these rafters and stuff.
No.
No.
Nothing's up there.
Yeah, I do.
So
I can't tell
Oh.
if they're bookshelves or rafters.
I can't tell if they're
Yeah,
bookshelves or
so
rafters.
so that's what I'm trying to like clarify with you guys. Is
Yeah.
that,
But now we can interact with those.
so when
Nice.
she goes, when she hits, sorry, so that was a bad example. I guess so when she hits the ladder, she goes up 10 feet, which is where these rafters would be reachable. So then she can go about these rafters, and she could see everything beneath them. So you guys see these rafters above you, Darko. As she's staring up at these rafters, she notices that that there is a way of accessing them. When you go back down on the ladder, it'll drop you those 10 feet. So you just don't go backwards after going on it. Go forward at least once and go back, and it should fix your elevation. So I have it set to where you should be able to see them, but for some reason you guys can't. So unless you go to the second floor, you won't see that they're there. So I'm just showing you that there's rafters up there above the top, and she points them out. And as she does, she says, "I have a very funny feeling that is going to be our biggest obstacle."
Oh, the rafters?
Whatever it is that you saw in that book seems to be quite crafty, and it's not exactly the rafters I'm concerned with. It's what's above them. Give me a perception check. Ignore that being that was an accident. You absolutely see that very carefully hidden among it, you see hidden above that force field, almost in blended, but in the air is this burning journal book. It looks just like the one that you were referring to.
Well, I think we found the book.
Yes, now the only problem is, how are we going to get to it? And you see that it's it's 20 feet, but I have to put 19 due to.
Let's see.
That's cool.
So it's about 19 feet in the air, not necessarily reachable. It's above this domed force field that's over the podium and center bookshelves and chairs. The three of you are in here. It's warming up.
Did the familiar talk to me? Or
No,
just
I
ignore
know,
me?
it was just kind of there. Like I said, it was just kind of in its stature of floating there.
What a jerk.
Did any of us
for-
outside notice the door slam shut?
So
mate.
you guys saw the door shut. It wasn't in a sense of slamming for you guys. It wasn't like in an alarming, like, oh my god, the door shut. You don't know if one of them closed it. You don't know if it closed on its own.
So, question.
Can I check to open it?
It's a little darker
yeah.
out. Does that look a little darker to you, Nacho?
Chosen One think we should have the door open, ready for them to come out. Not sure why they shut.
I reckon you have a point, mate. Otherwise, Marsh out there can't lay down a firebolt out there. A firebolt through the door if he can't see a thing. Otherwise, that'll also just ruin his eyesight. You know, a bright light. Let's crack it open a bit.
Yeah, I gotta try to open it.
Okay. As you go to try to open it and you make contact with the door, you are on the other side.
Fuck.
It is warm. It is a little toasty. You hear the door slam behind you. The rest of them see you open the door and walk in casually. And the door
Finally
closes
decide to
behind
join, do you? Grab some books.
Chosen, mate. I'm yelling at the door.
As you're
Mate, I
yelling
didn't
at
say
the door,
go in.
you don't seem to respond.
What do I
Chosen
see?
one, You
What do
now
I
see.
see?
You now see Alastor, and you see him with a whole shit ton of books on his person, and you kind of hear Naza and Darko's voice echoing from further within. It seems to be hot. You see little embers in the air as if fires were going on, but you don't see any fires. And you also see this red barrier-esque.
So I've been in this library before. Do I
Yes.
have a good idea of where my favorite magic or scrolls are? My favorite
Oh
magic
yeah,
books.
oh yeah. This one
Can
right
I
here.
go to that section? Oh yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming over there. I'm gonna select specifically the books I want to save.
Okay.
He just runs off as he sees me.
You know, whatever. You were yelling at me before. Whatever, chosen one.
I like shake off what just happened. Chosen One think Asher need to die now. I stomp off towards whatever, just the center.
As I see Alastor coming into view, I'm gonna like yell for him, "Bookman! I think I found a book that needs saving."
Is it a particularly good book?
And I'm just gonna point up to the book that's like floating. That one up there.
Do I hear them?
Oh yeah, you guys hear Chosen One, Alastor, Darko, and Aldo. You guys hear each other conversing. This is like an echoey kind of vibe. You guys feel like that, like the area around you kind of like thickens, we'll say, or almost cushions a bit more in warmth, and you just feel as if the inside is further warming up.
Sorry, can you explain to me again, what is the book on top of? It's just floating?
You actually didn't see the book, only Darko and Nasa.
Oh yeah, he just yelled at me and told me.
Got it.
Pointing it out.
So it's not on top of anything; it's floating up there.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see this?
And I don't know
this?
if you guys actually can see it, but it's supposed to be on fire. Do you guys see it on fire?
I did at one point.
Oh yeah, it's on fire.
Okay. So yeah, the book is just in flames, just burning there.
Got it.
That book's on fire. I don't want that one. It's too late. And I look again for good books that I want.
Little dwarf man, Chosen One gets sucked into tower. He want to kill Asher now. Where book?
Where? Hey, what's up there? I'm just gonna point up to the book.
All right. Can I see this like circle of heat thing and all this shit?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it seems to be some kind of barrier. This red dome barriers over it, and then all of the other areas that have this like glowing reddish kind of flame are just like these like encircled areas where there's like a wall of like fire. Like you can tell it's completely magical, and no one's trying to touch it.
I kneel for the last minute of guidance from my gods.
Okay.
Before I'm about to act.
Give me a D100 with your D4.
With my D4? What?
Yeah. Wait. Because you said you were. Wait. What were you doing? You were praying.
Yeah, I'm praying for the last minute of guidance. I'm not actually using guidance.
No. Yeah. That's. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So then give me your D100. The D100.
Got you. 78. Isn't it the same as I rolled in Discord? Dope. And then I wait to hear any guidance, and if they give me, great. If not,
are you just standing there, or are you kneeling?
I'm kneeling there, praying, asking to know, one, if this is the Asher that they spoke of, and two, just for general like well-being and health, and to like get me through this shit.
I'm gonna put my hand on the Chosen One's shoulder and just like, yeah, bring this man some guidance. Sweet gods, bring this man some guidance.
Let's throw a D10 on that bad boy.
Just a D10 on the 78.
How do I wait? Hold on.
It's the middle die, I believe.
I love that.
Marsh, if you don't see it in the chat, there is a converse opportunity.
I see it. I'm just really far away. Like I'm like 100 feet away, so I'm like. He just now yelled, so I'm like.
Gotcha. I'm just keeping an eye on it. Okay.
79.
Yeah,
thanks.
79.
Appreciate it.
You kind of get this like feeling of like speaking to you, and you just kind of hear your this booming voice into the Chosen One's mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is a trap, but you will overcome. Don't get burned.
So Darko told me that it was a very important book, so I'm gonna go over here and actually cast magic missile at the book.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to hit the spine. Well, I don't even have to try to. I can tell the magic missiles where to hit. So I'm gonna hit the spine to try to push it towards the what's it called? Are they pews?
The benches.
Yeah, the benches. So I'm essentially going to hit the spine 3 times in succession, essentially trying to push it towards the edge of that flame and towards the pews. That's why I went to this side.
So you fire a magic missile, and as it goes, this red field dome is actually covering the book. It's like the book is like here, and the dome is like here, and your magic missile comes and just like dissipates as it makes contact. This spectral force just kind of just extinguishes.
I tried. Sorry, Darko. Can't get your book. Back to mine.
Do I see try to destroy books?
By the way, use a spell slot because you did cast a spell.
Yes, absolutely. Doesn't matter.
I see Naza now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I hear
she's
her?
She's actually in the rafter.
Did I see
above you in the rafters?
The bottom disappears? Okay. Did I hear? Okay, so she's in the rafter. Oh, that's right. I don't see the rafters anymore. Okay.
You had to click on her. Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to. I was trying to figure that out before session, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah. But I look up. Chosen one gets sucked into tower.
Well, that means it's definitely a trap. And she kind of like shouts out beneath you as she's still surveying what's going on above.
Chosen one, old by God, it trap. Don't get burned. That's what God say.
Well, that might be a little hard. It's getting a little warm in here, and you see her just kind of like brush off sweat from her person.
We need to close that book.
See any Naza? See any or horny lady? Do you see any way to get to book?
Well, someone can jump from over there, and she points off to this. There's a beam right here. If you click on Naza, you'll be able to see what she sees. It looks, in her opinion, that where she's standing, you would have to go here, somehow make it to here, and then make it to here, and then to here, and then maybe you'd be able to reach the book physically. But the barrier still
does it look like the book is outside of the
it's right dome? So the dome's like here, and the book is here.
Okay. I go close to the dome and like put my hand not on it, but close to it to see what I feel. If it's heat or whatever.
The dome?
Yeah.
So you're not touching it, but you're getting as close as you can?
Yeah.
Got it.
To see if I feel heat from it.
You feel heat from it, but not in the sense of it like searing. You just feel like a constant, like you feel, so it's already warm in here, but you feel further warmth focused on that specific.
Got it. I take, I have something on me that I can
and this is like very obviously like magical flame, correct?
As of your understanding, yes, it does absolutely seem to be a magical sense. No flame can be controlled in this manner without magic.
I toss 2 questions in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, is it just the dome? Do I see flames within?
So it's just the outside of the dome. You don't see flames within. The outside of the dome is like a blanket of flames just kind of dancing alongst each other.
Awesome. Secondarily, I'm going to do I just want to do a feel for mold earth. I want to try to see if underneath all this stone flooring is just dirt that I can move upwards. So I'm going to try to cast it to see if I can push it.
You try to cast it, and you can't quite make out if you're succeeding anything out of it. You feel there's something beneath it that you do affect, but you don't see any tile being moved.
I'm going to try another 5 feet.
And you push it, and you do see the tile kind of move, but the weight of the tile starts to sinkhole it in a very slow manner.
Little dwarf man, was book in this room when first here?
No, it was in that room over there.
And I'm going to point to.
Do books have legs and move?
I sure hope not, as that would be more frightening than what we're probably going to face here.
I'm going to take my.
It makes sense that book's still in that room and this just illusion?
Could be. I guess. I'm going to.
Many illusion prior to this point.
Well, that's a good point, I suppose. Can I tell? By looking at this, can I see anything that may look like an illusion or anything like that I've ever seen before?
Give me an Arcana check.
Marsh.
We see Marsh just walk in casually.
Yeah, Marsh ends up inside.
Okay.
1 second. Let me see.
Oh, fuck.
One second. So real quick, as Marsh, you go inside. I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Jesus.
What we got? By the way, I'm trying to do mold earth inside of the flame dome, just trying to create a mold upwards. I want an upward hill that can help me to reach that book.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Good.
Very good.
Good.
As you go
saving
through the
throw.
door, you look back at it instinct, and as you touch the door, you just inside. It feels warm. You feel surrounded by some kind of warmth, and you look behind you as you hear a slam, and you see the door inflamed. As you do, you see this sword almost like roaring out of the fire, and you quickly move out of the way, and then you see this rope coming with it, and it's, as the rope gets cut by this flame. Henry, on the other side, you see the rope and the sword go through seconds after Martian, when you realize that maybe you should have waited, but nonetheless, the flame on your end comes cut and sizzled.
Monster. Attacking your own people.
Alastor, as you continue to attempt to do this,
That was a close one.
as you continue to do this, it almost like halts for a second. It goes into like as you continuously trying, you guys see the earth beneath rising about almost 4 feet, and then it just like starts going against you. As you're forcing against it, it's almost resisting your urge, and the floor goes back flat. And you kind of hear this, wow. This is unexpected. Visit. And a handful. You kind of hear like a deep breathing, like a. Oh yeah, I remember. One seems to be missing. The smell of copper is lacking. No worries. Perhaps I'm just being a bit casual. What do you guys wish to do?
How many books do I have in my satchel? I want to go back and collect more books.
Oh my god, Marsh is fucking.
You have like 6 books right now. You could probably fit 3 more comfortably. After that, it's going to start hindering you. Mind you, you and Marsh are exhausted. I forgot about that and didn't count it against your guys' throws because I thought it would automatically do that. But I will be focusing on that moving forward. But otherwise, you could probably fit 3 more before it starts to hinder you, so you have 6.
Did that voice seem to come from any one particular direction, or did it just seem to kind of like fill the room?
It seemed to fill the room.
Okay. I'm gonna take my torch, and I'm gonna like poke it through the force field thingy, the flame dome.
Okay, what are you pushing through?
Like the flamey top of my
Got it.
Torch guy.
As you go to make contact with it, you feel a resistance. There seems to be some kind of pushback.
So I can't even like get to it.
As you try to, you hear a sear, and you imagine it, had it not been this metal torch object that you're putting into it, it could be more harmful.
Yeah, don't touch the dome.
When you pull it back out, it has like this pink red, very bright white glow to it, as if you were in a forge, and it's quickly quick comes to cool. Meanwhile, Marsh, as you're kind of like still taking in the surroundings, you see Henry just barge through out of nowhere and hear the door slam one more time, and as you look back, you see Henry with the crossbow out, ready. Henry, you feel this warmth. You see this wisp in the air That's about 10 feet up. I guess I can put the measurement. I can put the 10 feet up. And it just seems to be floating there, creating some sense of direct light.
Oh, it's another one of those fairies. And it fires at it.
Oh, God.
Target it and give me an attack roll.
No.
What do you want me to do?
Target it and give me an attack roll.
Oh, God.
I
We're
guess
so
we're talking
fucked. We're so fucked.
Okay,
And we're fine. Just
we're
hit it with
so
your axe or
fucked.
whatever.
I can. Where on the map is it from where I'm at? Is it the thing right in front of me?
It's this.
Okay.
Do we hear any of this? Do we hear Marsh and like Henry bust in? Do we hear a crossbow
You-
go off? Like,
You don't hear Marsh because he didn't really make an announcement when he came in.
How do I target?
do we hear Henry say,
radio?
"Oh, it's one of them
Beneath the
fairies"?
square button on your character token on the top left. You heard like
Top left, the square button?
It's beneath it, the circle one, the two circles.
Okay.
Do we hear a lingering ah?
Yeah, so you guys actually heard a sword clanker down on the floor, and you guys, anyone who took a quick look is just like, what is a sword on the floor or whatever, something foul. You see Marsh there, whatever, old people, and then you hear Henry pop out saying, "Look, a fairy!" And then you guys just hear like a twing, like a thing fire off. But let's see what really happens.
Oh dear God, we're fucked.
I think I targeted it.
We're okay.
It'll have like a little like brackets around it.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
how
is your
do I
attack.
roll from there? Just
You
a
would click
normal attack roll?
then you have to click your character, go to inventory, and go to crossbow light, and then click on it to attack. Yeah.
Oh jeez. I'm glad you missed.
You fire with no purchase. As you fire, it like goes through. It's kind of like as it like goes around the crossbow. As the crossbow flies up about 15 feet before it hits the wall, and then you guys just hear this like ding, this echo, and you guys look, and it seemed to be a crossbow bolt, and you see Henry and Marsh at the door. You guys then again hear a almost unsettling welcome. This is not what I was expecting when I said one was missing.
Oh, bloody hell, it's another bigger fairy! He starts trying to load his crossbow again.
But this will do. The room starts to heat up further. As such, you guys start to feel a bit more sweat rising and protruding from you guys. It's starting to become almost uncomfortable. Naza, who's still in the rafters, is like, guys, I think whatever is about to happen is about to happen, so prepare yourselves. I'm giving you guys all your entire movement in one action to prepare or situate, etc.
I feel like
Henry is going to move, and he's going to start tossing water, since he has all that water that he brought. Start tossing water to people, and then he's going to take some and pour it on himself. And then he's going to pour the remaining amount on his cutlass. I reckon we can poison fire with water, mates.
I'm gonna walk over to Alastor, and I'm like, you may want to put the books down for a minute.
And I'll go ahead and say, "Oh no! The demons got me!" And then I'll close my eyes, and you'll see me disappear like Nightcrawler, with my satchel in hand.
Okay, what are you doing?
Casting
I'm
invisible.
using Misty Step to go to where my Anansi is outside.
You have to be able to see the locations.
Nope, when you close your eyes, I can see through Anansi.
That is true.
Yes, I can see this.
Yeah. Alastor's fucking gone, guys.
I'm not real. Hi, guys.
Okay, Marsh is gonna move towards.
Wow.
Meanwhile, we have
Did Henry's noticed him clearly leave this time, right?
you saw him disappear. I don't think any of you guys have seen him do this as of yet. This is, I think, his first time. So you guys just see him literally vanish.
I screamed, "The demons got me."
Yeah, you
Where
hear
did the
him.
bookman
Yeah,
go?
you guys hear him scream, "The demons got me," and he vanishes. So you guys
No.
take it.
No way. No way. Where did he go?
Oh,
I really hope he was kidding, but I don't put it past And then Naza, 2. Advantage.
Oh, bloody hell. Is it
Uh-oh.
just us, mate?
Yeah, Marsh has
Uh-oh.
moved over. He's trying to get up in the rafters, but he can't make it all the way there.
Got it. Yeah, and that's with your like using a dash action or something, or
Yeah,
bonus action.
I went 60 feet.
Got it. All right. As you're heading over to the rafters, where is this where the rest of you guys are standing?
I have no fucking clue. Honestly,
Yeah,
what I'm doing.
Henry takes center, like the position.
I
Right over
cast guidance on myself. And
Can't believe it, Alastor.
I just ready my shield.
That's so me.
It actually is. You little fuck.
You was not playing the whole time. You guys weren't supposed to come in.
That's great. Oh, you could have told us the plan.
Nah, not an Alastor thing. He doesn't tell people.
What do you guys wish to? So you guys ready? That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I'm about as ready as I can be. I take a fighting stance. I put, I have my cutlass dripping with water.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
what is this?
I assume there is no time better than now. As you guys hear yet again a daunting voice. 1 second.
Bloody told you it was a trap.
Yep.
That's 1, 2,
This is the worst book ever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 creatures? If I can count right, that sucks. Alright.
So can we see them? They appear or whatever.
Good thing this
You
squad's
guys
all
had a
here, right,
second
guys?
character
Oh, wait.
planned, right? That you wanted to play?
Yeah.
No, I
wait,
did
where
not.
did you guys? Real quick. Oh, were you guys looking at the combat tracker?
Well,
Yeah.
you rolled
Yeah.
plus you rolled like a absolute bucket of dice.
Oh yeah, no, that was obvious. I was like, but I could have sworn. Yeah, so I meant to like group them so that they could just pull off of each other's initiative. But instead, they all got pulled into the combat tracker. So that was so that's why I'm removing them all. Anyways, so outside of that minor spoiler, you guys are all getting pulled into combat. So let me put you guys in there and go ahead and roll your initiative.
Oh.
I don't want to. I choose not to fight. I just lay my weapons down and say no. Thank
You
you.
absolutely can when it's your turn. I rolled a 19 and a 5, so there has to be an opportunity somewhere in between there.
Oh my god.
That is not working.
Why isn't it letting me roll my initiative?
Yeah, it's not letting me do it.
Yeah, it wasn't letting me either.
Okay, I'll push it for you guys right now, and I will look into that bug. Let me take a note. These are things I don't know until I know. I apologize.
Alright.
Initiative.
Oh, good.
That's a good one. That's good.
Okay. Oh, dear God. We're so fucked.
Not good.
Really
The one leading
dexterous.
the way.
For a really dexterous guy, I'm always the last one in our group.
As you guys are kind of up here, and Marsh is heading his way, you got Henry, Chosen, and Darko. You all see right here from the bookshelves just this like shaking and then clutter just pop out of the books, and as the books fall, you see them all open up, and as they open up, different pieces of armor are flying out of it, just putting together this
I hope
sentient armor
I hope
being.
Alastar's book pops out in armor. Too.
You tell me if that's what happens. I'm outside with you.
Marsh, you see a very similar thing happening to your left as you're making your way, as one appears here beneath you.
Ugh.
You guys see Asha here in the center. Up here, you see these flames just kind of arise from the podium. It's just like, wow. Kind of like looks around almost over curiously. It was you. I once met. He smiles in a mischievous manner toward Darko. I don't mean just the last. Oh. And with that, the two animated armors make their approach. One walks up to Henry. He bows down his head in a gallant politeness. And then he comes up with his hand and goes in for a slam. He comes crashing down. He does, it looks like, hit with that.
Oh, you have this where I can do the... Nice.
That's awesome.
So you use Slippery as an eel. In doing so, you do you go directly backwards or do you choose?
I can choose the direction, but I am just going to dart backwards.
Yep. Okay, you're going to dart backwards and go ahead and give me that D20 roll to see if you dodge completely or half. So you 2 take half. Oh, wait. No. So you move 5 feet, but you do take full damage. So I'll go ahead and reapply that. Got it. Okay. So as it comes down and slams at you, Chosen and Darko assume from their point of view that it hit you with enough force for you to fly backwards, though you naturally kind of suave roll back. I don't know if you guys heard that. And these cars are crazy out here. And you roll back and you manage to catch your footing using your Slippery as an eel feature.
Just pose back up.
In doing so, Marsh, the one beneath you, comes in for a quick hello. Gives like a little Tin Man and comes swinging down at you. And also lands a hit as you take 6 points of bludgeoning damage. With that,
I'm going to start rolling another character here.
What are you doing, Chosen One?
Is that dome still around Asher?
It is still around Asher.
I can make statements without using a turn, correct? Or
Like speaking?
Like speaking, yeah.
Yeah, like a quick speech. Yeah, I mean not speech, a quick saying.
Speech,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Asher the Fire Batch, leave your circle and come face me.
Wow, that was really no surprise.
Does he do anything? Or...
Oh, sorry.
I guess it's not his turn.
Yeah. Well, sorry, you guys couldn't hear me then, right?
No, not really.
Okay, yeah. The whole because it doesn't pick up when I I don't know, whisper or try to do smaller sounds. So he kind of lowers into a growl and is like, "Well, then that would ruin the surprise."
Got it. Got it. Fuck.
Just to toss in since he's thinking still, I'm on the outside talking to Anansi.
Yeah, I saw
Anansi, I must go in and save more books.
That was my bad, Chosen, when I clicked on your character. Anyone I click on when I type talks out of them, so ignore that.
So I must go in and save more books, and so I'll be running back in, and maybe I'll save those stupid fools while I'm at it. And so while I run in, I don't know that touching it teleports you in, so I'm going to kick the door because I know there's fire on the other side.
You've got it. We will get to that when we get to that.
It's going to be a super awful teleportation.
Okay. I'm going to... Fuck.
Yeah, you have to remember how time works. While you're running. Yeah, every 6 seconds, we're doing a combat turn.
Oh, yeah. Right. I'm not going to be joining till at least next turn.
All right. I go up, and I just take the biggest. I run and swing. Just try to cleave this guy. With my, or I should say, not with, but with one hand, and just try to cleave him.
You got it.
What are these rolls? What is going on? Initiative. Got it.
All good. Pushing his initiative.
All right. All right. I need target. Sorry, this will get faster for me. I apologize. Target.
You're good. The targeting is going to be the only thing that holds you guys back briefly, but that's just because there's no quick way of toggling it yet.
My guidance is still in effect, correct?
Yours would be, yes.
Got it. So it's 1d4 to my attack, right?
Yes.
Alright, cool stuff.
That hits.
And bludgeoning
damage.
plus. Guidance doesn't give plus to damage, correct?
No, doesn't.
Got it. That sucks.
All right, it takes 6 points of damage as you come bludgeoning into it. As you do, you hear like the armor kind of like crinkle, like, and it like repositions itself.
Do do I notice that it takes damage? Because like if I don't, I might be fearful of continuing to attack it with my hammer.
You do see it take a steady blow. I mean, in the sense that like you don't feel like it's not doing its job.
Got it. Okay.
You know, your roll is just bad.
I know. Yeah, I want to make sure because like I might pull some magic shit. But
no, chosen wise, you feel like humbling these things is effective so far.
Cool.
Marsh, what are you up to?
Fire twice at this guy at point blank range.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the -5 penalty to hit to do +10 damage.
Oh. Go for it. Target and fire. Ooh. That does hit. Give me the damage. You didn't target him, so I don't think it applied.
Oops.
It's okay. I can apply.
Okay, so it'll be this +10.
Okay. So 16 points of damage.
Alright, I'm gonna fire again.
Armor? What armor?
Same deal.
Got it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Baby!
Nice. And that 20. Give me that damage. Oh, wait, real quick. I think we already discussed it, right? It's double rolls.
Double damage.
Yeah, perfect.
Oops, that was the wrong damage, though. That was the wrong damage. It was supposed to be
plus. What did you use? Light crossbow?
I used light crossbow.
Okay. Roll the right damage then.
Yeah. So +10.
So 22.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So you whoops. So as you pull out the your crossbow and you kind of like give me your best Marsh Luan saying point blank fire slogan.
So I'm just like point blank up to this thing's head and I go, Luan, give him a kiss for me. And I just fire twice right into his head.
Yeah, as you hit it in like such a point blank set in its chest, and it's just like you hear the bending into this metal just like rip and rust, and then you fire again in almost the same exact spot, and it cracks. You literally hear an audible as the armor breaks where the arrow pierced it. It's kind of there in like imagine the crappy soldier Heartless in Kingdom Hearts where they're just like stupid looking and flailing about. That's how this one looks. It doesn't look like it's up to standard.
Jesus.
That's what I do.
All right.
It's still up though. It's not dead yet, right?
It is still up.
Okay.
It took how many points of damage and it still is alive?
Took a lot of points of damage, and this one is still alive. All those dice you guys saw were all of them rolling their individual health pools to keep it random.
24.
So I honestly don't even know how much health each of them have unless I look.
24 and 23. Oh my god, that took 47 points of damage and it's still fine?
It's something. Darko. What are you up to?
So Henry's like standing right in front of me, right?
Absolutely, yeah. He did like a dodge roll backwards and caught his footing as he got smacked by the armor in front of you.
Okay. Well, I'm inevitably going to have to move in order to be able to do anything. Because I mean, I can't like. Can I maneuver around him to fire without actually moving, or do I have to move?
I mean, you can fire through him. I'd imagine that he's not trying to physically block your shot.
Okay.
And you're short. I mean, you're probably shooting from beneath his freaking legs.
Shoot,
You know,
shoot
like,
between the wickets right there.
yeah, literally. Yeah, you can
Okay.
easily, lean left,
Okay.
right, that kind of thing.
Cool. So I'm going to use firebolt and fire. Oh, hold on, I got a target. Firebolt. Balls.
You fire, and as you do, the firebolt hits the armor, but just kind of fizzles out as there's like a you don't feel like there was a purchase there.
I'm gonna use a sorcery point and try it one more time.
Go for it.
Son of a bitch. Yes, sir.
There we go. A critical hit as you manage to muster it up and just get a real good zip out of this one. Give me that damage. Nice. Not bad.
20 points.
Darko.
Oh, 10.
Darko.
Yeah, where'd you get 20? I
Darko.
was like, what? I was like,
I
where'd
wish,
you get
right?
20
I thought it was
points?
double damage, but he did 2d10 instead, so it's totally different.
Yeah. So you managed to get a fire off, and the first one you kind of like pebble hit it, and you're disappointed in your work, and then the second one you're like, oh, here comes a good one, and you fire it, and you manage to get it underneath the armor and kind of like explodes. You feel like you're doing something to it, but its physical nature doesn't look weakened.
And I definitely fired both of these between Henry's wickets.
Absolutely, Henry. You feel a little.
My bollocks, mate. My balls are on fire.
Oh, you're in my way.
Anything else you're doing, Darko, or you're staying there?
Yeah, I'm actually going to move. Hold on. Oh, I'm still on target. I'm gonna move this way to get a better vantage point on both of the targets.
Got it. As you do, the one in front of Marsh looks significantly less well than the other one. Also, the little dots on your characters. So you see how Marsh is pink on the animated armor. Yours is blue. That means you targeted yourself. Be careful. You can damage yourself. So
let's not do that.
Yeah. So like Henry, you targeted yourself also. You have the little purple dot on your head. That's how you can help identify what it is you're targeting when you're attacking and stuff. But yeah. So with that, Henry, it is back, or it is to you. You're muted.
I'm trying to get the hang of this here. So click him. And target me. Okay. Not what I want to do.
Yeah, opposite. You want to click yourself and target them.
Okay. Bear with me. I will get the hang of this sooner or later. I can't.
And
won't
don't know
stay
how
when
to
I
click
click
it.
them.
Mouse.
Why am I the only one who has this problem?
You're good.
I cannot seem to get it.
You keep clicking, so you're selecting yourself, but you're selecting their token. So you want to do the top one for you, the bottom one for them.
Top one for me, bottom one for them.
So your square should be an orange square highlighting you. There should be 4 arrows pointing at your target when you select them.
There we go. All right. Okay. So Henry is slow to get into the fight and slow to target as well. So, anyways, he's in a crouched position right now, and he's gonna yell, "Mate, this one is mine. We're dueling!" And then he's gonna just jump up and try to just do a swing down on him.
Okay. Go for it.
And I'm using my scimitar here, so go ahead and roll attack. And oh my god. And Henry's back to proper form.
Consistent. Called consistency.
Henry, you jump into the combat and you pull out your cutlass and you go in swinging, and the armor just kind of moves out of the way, and this just like as you go right by and make no purchase. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Mate, this is personal now. This is a duel to the death, and I'm dueling him now.
Okay, you mark him with your duel.
So
Is there anything else?
Yeah.
If he targets anyone
it.
else, that's it. Yeah, I got you.
Yep.
For sure. Alastor, you were outside the building, and you get ready to do a drop kick. As you have your leg back, and you kick the shit out of this door in front of you. Give me a strength check. Let's see how powerful.
I don't have any strength.
I know. Well, let's see this wizard.
This is gonna be great. It's my lack of strength check.
Ooh.
Oh, it's not bad.
You feel like when you took in the deep breath, you're like, this is the kick. You kick as you kick. It's like you took the biggest long stride of your life and just landed your foot straight down, and you are inside. Sorry, I actually kept targeting you after. Like it's contagious to you guys.
Man, I made it.
As you make contact with the door, you stride inward, and then behind you hear a slam, even though you never saw the door open, and you now see your allies, and you hear like these like crinkling noises like of rusted metal and armor as next to you one appears and comes in for a slam attack.
Good.
Oh, it's gonna get an opportunity attack right now. No! I missed.
Ooh. You're right. He is at disadvantage, but the kick was just for flex. So you do take 8 points of damage, but yes, do keep in mind that you are at disadvantage for ability checks. So as you pop into the door and you feel confident with your long stride step, you look behind you and you just see this massive hunk of armor just bash you into the body, and you're just like kind of like with mistooken as it is now your turn. What do you do?
This was a bad decision. So yeah, I was gonna, and I am. He'll probably have an opportunity attack against me. I'm gonna run back towards the books that I was gathering before, and hopefully I see Azer as I'm running. I don't know. Will I see him as I'm running?
Oh yeah, you see everything. You see this. You see that one. You see Azer. You see that one. You see everybody in some kind of conflict. The one thing you don't see is Naza.
Okay, so I when I get there, I just quickly scream,
anyway.
I escaped the demon!
Hi, mate. I'm so glad to see you back.
And then I see Azer, so I'm like, oh no. Well, I also saw this guy, the armored dude that's by them, and I'm like, oh, I can't run towards my books. He's too close to it. I'm like, well, what do I do? What do I do? My first thought is, I need to trick this guy. I need to trick him real good. So I'm gonna cast Suggestion on Azer. Let me target him.
Yeah, you can target him.
Alright, cool. And I'm gonna cast Suggestion on him. So essentially what I'm gonna be saying is, you're not scared of any of us! Grab that book and bring it out here! You're not scared to fight us face to face!
Okay.
Oh my god. If he actually is like
I
charismatic.
also would like to use my inspiration die against him right now.
So you can't use your inspiration die against him because you have a hard DC. But if it's something that you're rolling, then it would be something that you could do.
Okay, cool.
So as
No way!
Oh, as you go to get this going, you say this to him, and he kind of like looks in your direction. What do you ask of me? He's almost confused that you're even suggesting such. And then as he kind of like winces at your thought, he uses a legendary resistance to automatically pass the check. As you feel like you almost had a pull, he manages to snap out of it, and then he starts cackling, and he's just like,
he has a legendary
wizardry tricks. Now this is truly interesting. And he like raises his hands, and as he raises his hands, you see two flames emit, and they quickly turn into white hot orbs, and 2 will-o-wisps appear by his side.
Oh my god.
Fucking fairies.
Alastor, is there anything else you wish to do? That was really good. That was really good. Someone had to do it at some point. Someone had to cast the spell.
I will misty
so
step
fucked.
away. I won't. I'll chill with the peeps for another turn, and then I'll run away later. I don't have any books yet. Why would I run now?
You got it. Alrighty. With that, it is now our good friend Azure can he yet again kind of
Wait,
surveys.
did all the
field.
armors go away?
They're still there.
There
No,
we go.
you're right.
Sorry.
You're on one.
I see.
They vanished on accident because of some weird button clicking. My bad.
Okay. Got it.
He kind of like as he puts his hands down after his summoning, he's just like abundance say. Do any of you guys
It says halfling.
do any of you guys speak Ignan? I highly doubt it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a sub-dialect of halfling. Yeah. So
Chosen one's like, I understand. Chosen one understand.
As you guys hear him chanting some kind of chant, Darko, give me a history check.
Chosen one think he say he going to give up because chosen one in his presence.
You know, it tickles your ears, Darko, but you just don't know what it like. It's like a taunt of some sort that you like should understand, but you're not grasping.
Okay.
And he continues doing that. As he does, this wisp flies out to here, and this wisp flies out to here. This wisp is going to visit our good friend Marsh.
give it Luann's kiss.
Oh my god.
Kind of like frizzles up and lets out this shock, this white flash of a shock, and it just like zaps the shit out of
no.
Marsh for 12 points of lightning damage.
Is Marsh
Oh my
dead?
god.
Oh my
Yes.
god. All of you guys give me an insight. Yeah, fuck it. All of you guys give me an insight check. That was fucking close. I had to check
Yeah.
because I wasn't even sure.
I just checked too. I thought for
Wow.
sure.
Yeah.
Is my guidance still on?
No, your guidance it drops after you use it every time. So you have to just keep popping it. So yeah, you could say you keep popping it for yourself, so you can give yourself a D4 real quick to add to it.
Okay.
That's something you just have to trigger every time I
Okay.
ask for a roll.
Alistair's at a 20. He's gonna know
I
what's
can't
up.
get a roll.
Oh yeah, well I don't
Get
I
one's
don't
at a
perceive-
1.
I don't perceive shit.
As you guys are, as
Alright,
Darko, Henry, and Chosen One are distracted by their own fight, Alastar, as you're uncertain whether or not the books are what it is that you're after at the moment due to the current circumstance, you look back toward Marsh and you see this shock just take over him. And you see him look very, very, very frail.
They're sucking his life again. I can't scream. It's not my turn. But somebody else's action. Once it
With
gets to me,
that.
I'll let you know.
It is the animated armor's turn.
Oh, Jeebus.
Jeez, why did that just happen? Hold on. I don't know what just
I'm
rolled.
like,
Did he
what?
get like 6
the hell?
attacks?
Oh.
Hey, I now lead the initiative.
It had... Okay.
Hey, my initiative just went up too. That's awesome.
Apparently, I accidentally had it set to re-roll initiative. So we're just gonna roll with it because I totally blindsided myself on that one. So at the end of every round, it's gonna automatically re-roll initiative. It's a thing. It is a real thing. It's not very commonly used, but since it did it for us, I guess that's gonna happen. Henry,
Kind of
you
like
just
it.
got saved by the bell.
I'm only gonna say, not because it puts me at the top of the order, but it's kind of cool because a battle is like dynamic, right? Like things.
Yeah,
can
I mean,
change
if it's something you guys are okay with, I can absolutely keep it. It'll just do it on its own at the end of every round. It just saved most likely Marsh's life. I'll just leave it at that. Henry, what are
I
you
just
doing?
like. I mean, it could have been
What
I
are you
just
doing?
like. I mean, it could have been like Henry's now super pissed off he missed, and just pivots.
Yeah, no, I dig it. I dig it. As long as you guys are okay with RPing the changes in and out of your favor, because it's out of our control if it's gonna reroll.
I like how it works.
All right.
Actually,
Yeah, I really don't
So
care either way.
Henry's going to do something a little different, maybe than people have seen. So he grew
Run
up,
away.
on the ship. No, he grew up on the ship, and he's very sturdy on his feet. And he grew up doing a lot of fighting, and he is actually going to now drop down and do a sweep around his leg to try to knock the suit of armor in front of him down, and then try to jump on top with a stab. This is a Krav move.
Okay, give me an acrobatics. You're going to be going against his athletics. If he fails the save, he goes into the position in which you desire, and then you can go about your attack. If he succeeds in the save, you can still go about your attack, but you will not get the advantage.
Oh my freaking god! I cannot roll.
Dude, you suck.
Killing! I'm killing! Oh my god.
Yeah, you go to get your adjustment toward it, and due to this weird entity sense, you just can't find a full grasp to it. You can still do your attack.
So he sweeps down and he hits, and it's solid. So he uses his momentum to come back up and slash down like a slash like this through the armor.
Okay.
Okay. So I just rolled my normal attack. That could have been epic. But I'm Henry, so I suck.
Okay.
I'm only good out of combat.
As you come swinging down with the scimitar, after failing your sweep, you don't make a purchase, as due to it being an ethereal form, there's nothing in between the armor for you to make contact with, as it just kind of like shifts out of your way, and you hear just the whine of the armor just as you make your
bloody
swing.
hell, mate, if you were alive, you'd be dead.
With that, Marsh, what are you doing? You're not looking hot. You're not feeling hot. You're surrounded.
All right. As an action, I'm going to disengage.
Okay. Smart move.
1 sec. Sorry, I gotta.
For those of us who are unfamiliar with the concept of disengage, because one being chosen one and he would never disengage, what does that actually mean and do?
So if you're most of the time it's rogues that have it, but you can have it in other forms like fighters and variant classes. Disengage is usually a bonus action that you have to have permitted by your class. And taking disengage allows you to move without allowing opportunity attacks against you. It's a safe way of moving from
Got it. Chosen one would not have that.
Yeah.
Okay.
His gods wouldn't permit it.
Right.
So
All right.
Marsh
Mm-hmm.
is gonna disengage and move here to the ladder.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to use second wind.
Got it. Give yourself so second wind, for those of you not familiar, is a fighter ability, I believe, right? Fighter.
Yep.
That allows you to give yourself an extra action. That action can be used for anything, as an action is like the ultimate,
No, not action surge. Second
Sorry.
wind.
Sorry,
So
second
I'm-
wind. He's gonna heal himself. Fucking scratch that completely. I'm the best DM in the world.
No, you're fine.
Second wind. He's
Well,
gonna
I
heal
mean,
himself.
he was talking about a different thing, so you were good on what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I was reading about second wind. That's awesome.
It's like somebody saying I'm going to do
Like it's-
fireball, and then I'm going to bend earth.
Yeah. Roll me those seal dice.
Please speak.
It's better than a nothing.
Better
Yeah,
than a
Marsh,
nothing.
you managed to heal 7 points with your second wind as you take a deep breath, and you just kind of control yourself as you climb to the top of this ladder 10 feet up to kind of space yourself from your enemies. You think with Luan, you might have to approach this from a distance.
Yeah,
That is my
healing
turn.
All right.
That healing was better than a kick in the dick.
Marsh, while you're up there, give me a quick perception check, as it's now Chosen One's turn, but roll me a perception.
All right, I'm going to do with disadvantage because I am exhausted.
Yes, sir. That is true. Very
bad.
nice.
Not bad.
You, Marsh, now that you're
Wow.
up there, you see a weird shimmer right here. That seems to be of invisibility.
Okay.
Chosen One, what are you doing?
Is guidance take an action? I believe it does.
Yes.
Okay, then I will not do that. I will just swing for the stars on this guy. I'm just gonna, as I came across, I'm just gonna come back again, smushing. Yeah, she has. She's
Give me
just,
the attack.
I honestly think she's Asher. I think she's the real demon.
I don't think so. I think she's invisible.
I think she's a real biatch that's just letting us just do her thing, and she said she's gonna help, and she didn't.
You guys are really happy to judge when Alastor literally got books and ran away.
I personally love that she did it right after I disappeared. She's like, let me take advantage of this situation.
Oh, Henry's got some scores to settle after this.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all don't know. I said the demon took me and I escaped.
And then he reappeared. That's true. Nobody knows this bullshit.
We'll see. We'll do a roll. We'll do
Yeah.
a roll. In your case, you'll probably beat me because Henry just rolls terribly.
Can't wait for that. It'll be great.
You make a contact as Chosen One comes swinging
I
in with the warhammer.
do.
By the way, where's Little Chosen? Little Chose.
Oh,
They were both told to stay outside.
What?
fuck. I was gonna ask. I'll see if I can do it after.
Okay.
But I have my necklaces, so I was gonna. Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing that up because I was literally gonna try to bring him in to this fight. So thank you for bringing that because I literally thought of that and then I forgot.
Yeah, Alex built this whole instance around us having them and everything, and we're just like, nah, screw it. We're like
One
half
at a
straight.
time. Like, yeah, you know.
I was going to.
You guys are like lamb to the slaughtering yourselves, and I'm like, well, I mean, can I help that?
Yeah.
You guys ever seen that? This is off
What's happened?
topic, but you guys ever see that video on YouTube where it was like one guy who was like a professional fencer
All right.
versus like 70 people who weren't, and what happened was all of them went one at a time for whatever stupid reason. Like it seems to be an instinct in people.
Yeah. So I
Chosen
come
One,
across.
yeah.
I come across and I slam as I went through the first time. I come back with another swing.
Mhm.
As I do that with whatever like last, I grab the necklaces, the
Mhm.
necklace, and like literally scream, "Little Chosen, little buck, here now!"
Okay. Give me a
Hear my
wisdom check.
call.
As you bash this armor, and it like makes this more metal winds as you guys are bending it in places, left and right, denting it, etc. But it's just this one is just taking hits left and right. Give me that wisdom, and we'll see what happens come next round.
Oh, my
no.
god!
I give you guys things, and they just don't work for you guys. It's like
It's like it was meant not to be.
I love that as a natty one though, because that's like it's so bad. so
Then
bad.
next week-
Maybe you even thought it worked, but it totally did not work.
Yeah.
Leave that in mind. Tune in next week where we re-roll all new characters.
was that your turn?
I will use one more. What is my bonus action to do the same attack again? What is that? Divine favor? No.
Divine
I have a.
You do 3 attacks. That's tight.
There's no. So I only
No.
have War Priest. It's War Priest.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah. 2 uses.
2 uses. So I do that to attack again. Is that War Priest?
Yes, it is. I checked it right now. You're
Okay,
good.
and then there's
when you use
another
the
one.
attack
And then there's
action, you can
another
use War
one.
Priest.
And there's another one where I have twice where I can add +10 to whatever.
I believe
after I
that's
roll.
Channel Divinity. That's something you can use with the Channel Divinity.
It says I only have one of those.
Yeah, you gain directly in your deity.
There was it said I thought I had 2, but I could be wrong. That's fine. It doesn't really matter.
We'll figure it out. But for now, yes, you still can make that second attack with War Priest.
All right. I come back across as try to do something, and I fucking suck.
You swing for a second one after crying out for help, and you make no purchase. You feel almost weakened in some aspect.
It was an 18 for like a quarter of a second.
I know, it was like almost there.
Perspective, you're screaming, "Help me, little buck!" and then just like swinging wildly in the air. Help me! Help me!
It's always a bad. Oh fuck! Should have used my +10 right there.
Oh, good,
So,
man. You kill it next time.
With that, you guys hear again, like in your guys' head, all around you, coming from the obvious source of Azer. How does it feel being in my domain? I need all of you guys to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, see, this is why I didn't want to do this in here.
At disadvantage, I'm screwed.
Saving?
Yeah.
All right. Can I do a guidance or no? It has to be on a turn. It has to be an action,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. You wouldn't be able to do it in the middle of combat.
Went from 17
Oh
to
my
7.
god! It almost was.
Hey guys, side note. I did one!
He feels good. He feels good. I feel good.
Yeah, good, man. I was put out there. I would have the best roll of anybody had I not been at disadvantage.
Not bad. You guys only take. Well, everybody who passed, which is Darko, Henry, and Gallant, take 1 damage. Marsh and Alastor only take 2.
Okay.
As things are heating up. I'll go ahead and just adjust them for you guys. I was trying to do it quickly, and for some, or if you guys can, just take off one.
Yeah,
when you have the
Yeah.
I already
Side
did yours,
note,
Marsh.
could the water?
Go
So you
ahead.
said heating up. Could the water have given us an advantage roll that we poured on ourselves,
No,
or at least Henry
ironically,
did?
water boils in heat.
Yeah, but it takes some of the heat.
It's
And
very
steams
uncomfortable. Yeah, on you.
Listen.
Maybe that's why I passed.
The movie with Vin Diesel, where he throws water on himself and the sun is out, it saves his life.
Yeah,
So-
I saw that. Yeah.
That is what is that? The movie where he has the crazy eyes,
Chronicles of Riddick.
Riddick.
black.
Yeah,
Riddick.
Yeah, Riddick.
Yeah, Riddick. Yeah, exactly. So, in movie land, it works, and this is
That was my thought process.
this is pretend land. So, and that's pretend land.
Before it should work.
That's canon. That's
I'll
canon.
give Henry an advantage next time it comes around. He passed this time, so he was fine. Next time around, I'll give him that advantage due to a teamwork
South
argument.
Park's imagination land.
Alastar, on the other hand, you were focusing on what?
I wasn't focused on anything. It just asked me to do it, so I did it.
Weird. Yeah, I didn't know you were concentrating on a spell either, so you shouldn't need to.
Oh, it asked me to
Um,
do it as well. I said no.
Suggestion is concentration.
Yeah, technically. Well, yeah, that failed already, so that's probably why. Technically, neither of you guys are concentrating on anything because Bless is down too. So, yeah. Anyways, you can ignore yours, chat. But if you guys ever have a spell, if you guys ever do have a spell that has a concentration active, it'll pop that automatically to let you guys know because
That's really
technically,
It's super cool.
Yeah.
it tells me in the
That's
chat
awesome.
to me directly. But then I was trying to figure out what I was like, Alastar hasn't done shit. What is he concentrating on?
I know, right?
I was like, this looks too much, I guess. So
I almost got the guy if he didn't have that legendary whatever.
right. Anyways, so you guys all feel this heat in the room just kind of heat up. It hardly even affects you guys in the sense of health, but you guys do feel it only getting hotter. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, you see this will-o-wisp come this way to Darko. And it's going to visit a good jolly old friend. Oof. As it gets this like veered up and fires out in your direction, you manage to put your brazier out, the brazier torch staff that you have out, and the electric hits the metal, and you manage to deflect it, we will say, for flavorful Texas. Chosen one, you are the target of the next one as it floats behind the animated armor.
That means I get an attack.
Why? It never passed you. It was up here.
Yes.
The wisp is attacking.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying the suit of armor.
Oh, sorry. No, it's not the armor's turn yet. So the wisp comes around and fires in your direction, Chosen One, and it hits you, but you don't feel anything. You just kind of shrug it off as it just kind of comes along your leathers and armor, and you don't feel it seem much from it. You do see Azure turn into flames and kind of go into the barrier itself, almost dissipate into the fire as one. Dark.
I scream out, Chosen One, think this Asher, the little match-broken one, wussy.
What do you do, Darko? As he's like
inspiring words.
So did I just see Azure disappear?
Am I ready to race a Jolly Rodger?
Kind of like Hades out into fire.
Like he's on fire?
No, like Hades out into fire. Like he transforms into the fire and disperses into the barrier. Like.
By the way, I'm like already writing up a story for my next character.
Nice.
And this character knew to never play with burning books. I'm not sure where he picked that up from, but it's a thing.
The next character is going to be cowardly.
What's up, Darko?
Do I know fairies at all from any of my past?
So you do know fairies, you know imps, you know sprites, you know all kinds of what you would understand as the Feywild aspect of things. And with that, you do know that these things aren't necessarily Fey, and that these are definitely from a unique elemental plane, and that seems to be what's pulling them here. You understand the concept of Acer, that he is causing all of this. You just can't click what the hell he's referring to when he says he's met you before.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to cast. Well, I was going to do this before he vanished, but I'm going to cast darkness around the book. So, let's see. Do I have to target it and then cast a spell around the book?
No, just a tick that you're casting it, and I will put a darkness around the book. How big is the darkness?
It disappeared.
15 feet radius.
15.
15 feet
Right.
radius.
I'm gonna guess. Yeah, I did 11. But we'll do 15 because that's what it'd be.
How do I check that I'm going to cast it?
You just click on it to like use it, and it'll say cast a spell, put a template. Try it actually. See if you actually could probably do it.
Because it's not under my spells.
Oh.
I don't know why.
Is it under?
It's on my sheet, but it's not under my spells.
Let's see. You're right. Okay, give me 1 second. Let me toss it into there for you. Not sure why. So where's it under?
Look hidden from us. Thanks.
Maybe is it under? Oh, no, it's dark vision.
Yeah, you have a very small spell book going down right now, and you have no first spells for some reason. Is that not?
You import.
I've just been like handicapped this whole time and didn't even know that I've been handicapped.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to bring in just your spells and let's see what happens before I start tossing in anything. Give it 1 quick second. If it doesn't pull, then I have it right here. But it looks like you're missing some serious stuff.
Just got a 9. You just healed 9. That's tight. That's all that.
Yeah, it didn't pull shit. So, oh yeah, there it is. It's at your second level spell. Do you see it there?
Under like spells? No.
Under your spell book?
I just see like on the main screen there, like where I hover over spells.
I see. It's because you don't have any of them prepared. Oh, that's a cantrip. You don't need those prepared. Okay, yeah, you would have to right click it and then click prepare it in the future, but you're good. Give me never mind. I'll go on to your D&D Beyond and look at all the spells and figure out why they didn't import, and I'll get them all in there for you. I had no idea, so I apologize about that.
I didn't either, so it's okay.
So you can't start.
I thought I just had like 2 spells.
And I was like, huh. So now you should be able to click it and go about it.
Okay, so let's see. Oh yeah, I am. Totally. All right, cool.
While you're playing with that real quick, I'm gonna grab another beer.
Cool.
Nice.
This is neat. Okay, I like that.
What is this? Ooh. Oh, I can check different elevations. Nice.
No, I think we gotta strategize a little here.
Yeah, we're about to all get just like boned. Okay. So
yeah, I think there's something with the book we gotta do here.
This whole last week, we've been like trying to figure out what the fuck to do, and then we basically Leroy Jenkins this shit. Regardless,
We had an airtight plan, like with Alastor, but like
I was doing it. He grabbed my shirt. I literally was gonna go in there to pull them out. That was my first plan.
No one knew the
Like,
plan.
you know, let's do it. Well, then they went in with me, and I was like, okay, well now I just grab books and run.
Oh. But if you had told us the plan,
I can't tell you the plan. That's not a character trait.
What was the meme where it's like characters role playing too much and being toxic that way?
I'm totally the toxic guy in the group, 100%.
All good.
So there's your darkness. It's not dark because I can't display black. So
Totally cool.
that is the current vicinity of darkness in which you guys cannot see within.
Okay.
Would
would
all of us know that came from Darko the Dark, or
you guys would have probably seen Darko doing some kind of hoodoo voodoo shit as it was appearing. Can you guys see the light when you're not clicking on your token? I think you have to make sure you're unclicked on your token to see the light, just because it's on the second. Because you casted it on the book, right?
Yeah.
So it's on the it's up there with the book. It's like 19. It's up there in that area. So it's like that little dome up there. So the book is no longer visible.
Got it. Okay.
I slapped him on the back of the head. Where's the book?
Well, ironically, Darko was at the end of your turn.
That is my
Alastor absolutely can because it's his turn next.
I'd like to do 2 things then, if allowed. One is slap him and say, "Where's the book?" And then the other would be to this will not work, but I'm gonna cast, because my whole thing is like illusions and magic. So I'm gonna pretend to be the voice of Azure with minor illusion, telling all of his minions to stand down. Essentially, stand down! I will fight them myself. I don't know, something like that.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh, disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Disadvantage is
messing
me up so bad.
You guys see Alastor kind of do like this Gandalf the Grey like arousal of trying to make himself seem big and bad. He's just like, I will handle them myself, and they don't seem to take any notice. But Alastor looks good doing it.
But Darko felt the slap on his head.
Will be my guess.
Absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah, Darko hears you say that shit, and he's like, "Oh, okay." It's all
Make
on
my
you.
life easier.
Is there anything else you wish to do, Alastor?
Oh no, I'm enjoying just watching the show from here.
All right. this animated armor is going to swing at the Chosen One for a slam.
Oh, Henry gets a advantage.
Oh.
He does, or he gets an attack, and it significantly misses with that. I'll give Henry advantage if he doesn't already get it, because it did a critical fail in the attempt to hit the Chosen One.
Henry does because he's in a duel, so he already gets that.
And he's ready to hopefully hit. Yes. He just hits him. Give me the damage.
Aye, mate, you forgot about me. All right. You go ahead and roll that.
He has to scream some stuff out when he swings. I like it.
Always.
It's
always.
the nature of a pirate.
We're showmen. We're natural showmen.
He
Oh, wait, I
is
rolled the wrong
totally
thing.
told that about him.
Yeah, that's a very powerful, very powerful damage die.
Yeah, sorry.
Hey, that's good. Is that really you do 1d20?
No.
Oh my god.
That would be the best ever.
All right, 50%. You wasted all that time talking. You could have hit him harder.
As he comes
Slap
swinging
you on
at
the
it.
head.
You make contact with it along its helm, and as you do, you kind of slash at it, and you see like a spark fly, and you feel very, very, very proud about the fact that this is your moment.
Ahoy!
With that, the other animated armor slowly makes its approach, and Marsh just kind of hears it just like and just swing blindly at a disadvantage because Marsh is considered higher than him. And it's going to swing. I have to roll it twice because I can't control the disadvantage. Like you guys can. At least I don't know how. And it misses, thankfully. So as it swings to the disadvantage, it misses Marsh. And Marsh kind of like does like, oh, I'll heal you for that, Marsh. Might be. There you go. Whoops, I healed the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me take the damage back.
The thing was so bad it healed him.
Crazy shit.
I'm gonna talk to the Chosen One's God. Heal me in place of Marsh.
So as Marsh, you do like a little quick dodge as he comes trying to slam at you from the bottom, and you're safe for now. You guys hear one other one just dragging itself around the corner. Darko and Alastor, you see one show up from behind you guys. Alastor, you remember it to be the good old buddy pal that gave you a slap on the back for coming back.
What
And
a
he's
dick.
aiming to do the exact same thing.
Back off, demon. Cast shield.
Oh, just in time.
What?
No, you're good. It's just because it applies. You're good. No,
okay.
it doesn't. No. So I can't. I have it set to a timer to allow you to cast shield, but
okay.
afterwards it'll still roll the dice because it thinks it hit you because it doesn't know if you're going to take it or not.
Totally chill. That's all good.
As it, yeah, I got it. I'm going to just click the button and heal you back.
Okay. Thank you.
As it comes down to smash on you, Darko, you see Alastor kind of like almost throw his hands up in like a rah! I don't know, whatever. Fuck, Alastor, what are you doing? You tell
It
me.
would be.
That shit into me like a rah!
Little thriller.
And then like yeah, he kind of like thrillers his own little arm up, and as he does, you see the this like spectral field appear as the slam comes into contact with this force barrier, and then it drop in the automatic armor pulls itself back, and it's just like Alastor, good save.
Who
Next
said that?
up is going to be the next new round of initiative. You're about to see a bunch of dice roll. And it looks like Alastar's at the top of it with a 20.
Damn.
No way.
Oh,
And Henry
nice.
and Chosen are back at the bottom.
I don't know what to do. I'm scared. This guy just attacked me. I have to fight him.
Alastar, you reacted. It is now your turn.
I have almost no choice but to take 5 feet step back, just to step a little away from my attacker, and to just blast a flame at him. Firebolt!
As you go to blast the flame at him, he comes swinging in on you. You do the firebolt. He does a slam. Oh, that was like on the cusp of a 20 and a 2. That was a real close one.
Damn. I was on.
As he goes to swing, you fire the fireball high, and he ducks beneath it on accident and swings and misses you, and you guys both just do like a whoopsie woo kind of effect.
A whoopsie daisy, a boop. And then I do my thriller dance.
Is that the end of your turn?
That's
Is that like
my
your
turn.
combat style?
I'm pretty close to running away, boys. You better save me fast.
You guys hear
We're
fall
fucked, dude.
from within the building.
Alastor knows capoeira. He's like dancing the whole time.
I don't want to say that I grow bored, but time does not seem to favor you. You guys continue to hear this chant. Hans den ganz. The whole building heats up. I need all you guys to give me another Constitution saving throw.
I choose to disagree.
So bad. So bad.
The other dice were in the way of my dice. It would have rolled better.
Ooh. Okay.
What
Well.
a constitution check. Jeez.
Well, my water didn't save me all that much on my
Oh,
one
Henry,
advantage throw.
Oh, did you do it? Oh, you did it with advantage. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So only Darko manages to resist the intense heat by taking only 5 damage. The rest of you take 11 points of damage.
What is
As
happening?
The room heats up further, and you guys
I
are
think
just
I think
feeling
I'm
this
dead.
bolstering. Are you down at 11?
My God.
I think so.
Let's see. Yeah, you're down at 11.
I got
Marsh,
healed.
you guys actually
completely.
have no clue that Marsh is down now. So Marsh, you are currently in saving throws. When it comes to your turn, it may actually ask you to roll a saving throw. So
Okay, sounds good.
I gotta
none of you guys,
fix my health.
Oh my God.
none of you guys see Marsh. So that's that.
This is not good, guys. Good.
This is what I was telling you. We're all fucked.
So much for the crew of the Jolly Rodger.
It's all good. This is a fun one.
It happens.
Sure do.
We'll be back.
So,
We'll come back from Jolly Rodger as other people in a new life.
all of you guys successfully applied your damage, correct?
Yeah.
I'll come back as Meek.
Oh,
All right. So as the room heats up, you guys see him reappear, and as he does, for the first time in a long time,
Wait, do we see him? Because he's in that cone of darkness right now.
the cone of darkness is above,
Oh, okay.
correct?
Okay.
And it's 15 feet up, so technically it would just miss him. So you guys would see him. As he reappears, the dome around him dissipates. It's almost as if he's consuming it. It's like, you don't add negative 11. You just take 11 off.
okay. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I should take it off. Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Sorry. Yeah, I didn't get to you guys'.
I took it off. Okay.
Thank you. So with that, Azir is now standing here, and he's like, I feel the calling. Perhaps we will meet all again. And as he does, he vanishes one more time. In doing so, in his place, you guys see a small ember left behind. That ember sits there.
Aye, mate, you forgot your candle. Henry just starts flicking it through his fingers.
With that,
And then
Marsh.
just tosses it right at the ember.
Okay. Marsh. Before we get to that, when it comes to yours, which is right after Marsh, what are you doing?
Marsh, I'm doing a saving throw.
Thank you. Marsh, as you're laying there. Yeah, man, you don't know what to think. You're in a subconscious state. You're reaching in deep.
Okay, so let me roll.
I believe you can do just a constitution. Oh, you can, I think, click on the death save, the little dead icon on your picture, and it'll come up with the death saving throw.
Hold on. There we go. Is it normal or with disadvantage?
Normal. Oh. I mean, you technically went down exhausted. That's a good question. How do you guys want to rule that moving forward? You guys seem to get exhausted a lot. That's such a thing for me. I'm surprised it's happened so often in this campaign.
Yeah. I'm okay with how we're feeling.
I mean, you're technically still exhausted even if you wake up, so with disadvantage. Damn, that sucks.
Ooh. They were both bad rolls.
Well, it wasn't a crit fail, but it was a fail.
No.
So it already marked one fail against you, so
Yeah.
no worries on that. You guys still have no clue what's going on. Henry, what are you? You were chucking your water at the flame?
No, I chucked the candle. I was like,
Candle.
"Oh, mate,
Got
you
it.
forgot something," and I threw it.
At
Right
the ember.
at the
Okay.
ember.
Give me a dexterity throw. Let me like a just a dex.
The animated armor still seems to be next to you, bro. You're gonna get hit.
He's engaged. He's engaged with me, Henry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
We turned ways.
Yeah.
Nice. That's not
As
bad.
Henry chucks it at the fire, at this ember floating there. It hits it, and as it hits it, it like starts acting almost insane, and an embodiment appears.
No!
Son of a bitch.
Oh no! What did I do?
As that happens, you guys kind of like
Thank
hear this
God.
all inside your heads again. Yes, as I anticipated. Sheep to the fuck.
Bye, guys. I'm leaving on this round.
What
What else
have
are
I
you doing,
done?
Henry? You guys just straight up gave the fucking candle to this team.
You told me. I understood it
You
was
said
just
you
a
threw it.
looking hole. Like,
No, you
yeah,
threw it.
we
You
were
said
here to
you threw
return it.
Totally just handed it to the dude.
Bro, you threw it to him.
That was
I
great.
love it.
I love it. I love it.
So,
Henry doesn't know
man.
what he did.
Henry,
He
what are
thought
you
he
doing?
was there to return the candle.
What are you doing? It's still your turn as you throw the candle and this huge fire, pure flamed elemental being emerges from it. What are you doing?
I look around. Mates, I may have fucked up. I may
What?
have fucked up.
Why the hell did you do that?
This is ridiculous. I love it so much.
What is
I
your
dropped
goddamn
my
problem?
scimitar. I'm no longer dueling the other guy if he's still there, and I take out my crossbow to aim at the thing.
Okay,
Mates,
go.
This is the best I can do. Actually, no, scratch that.
Okay.
So instead, I draw out my holy water, which I have not used that Darko gave me.
True.
I uncork it and I throw it at it.
Let's just hope your throw is just as good as with your candle. Fuck.
Give me another dexterity.
Mate, you look hot. Let me cool you down. And then I throw it. Another dexterity.
That's funny. Luckily, you understand water just as well as Alastar does.
No. I read more of that.
No.
Oh my god.
He did not read the book, obviously, with a nat 1.
Oh my god.
No.
It was a 19 for a split second.
Unbelievable.
Like, we're meant to fail this.
We're totally gonna die. It's great.
That's our one hope.
Alright, you guys are gonna die. I'll be fine.
So as you chuck this holy water at it, it like does like this weird flip, and as it does this flip, some of the water comes and splashes into your face, and kind of like, you're just like, oh, and then as it does, it flings a little and just splashes on the ground, like not even
Like it
20
slipped
feet
out of
from
your
him.
hand.
Yeah, it like splashes like right here and just like hits the floor, and as it hits the floor, you see it like it could have done something had it hit.
Mate, my bad.
Anything else, Henry?
Maybe I'm holy now, though.
I can't believe it.
He's holy now. It's great.
By the way, I'm missing. Literally, I'm supposed to have 5 cantrips and 5 spells. I have like 2 cantrips
You
and
got
1
2
spell.
spells. Yeah. Oh yeah, 1 spell, 2 cantrips,
What
and
you
at
got,
will.
bro?
Yeah.
I'm really
You can use
rocking
any-
there, guys.
You can use any of them. You can also pull them on your own if you wanted to from the compendium, which is in the
Okay.
top right-hand corner. It's the book.
Okay.
You would go to item, and there should be spells, SRD, the second to
Okay.
last one above trade goods. It'll open up. You can actually type in the spell names, and it'll pop
Okay.
up. You just
Cool.
click and drag them onto your character sheet.
Oh, okay.
If
Cool.
they don't appear in there, just Discord me the list, and I can input them. Or
Okay.
I can grab them. These are only what's in the core book, but all the other spells do exist. I just have to pull them from a different source.
Okay.
I'm starting to think that, like, I'll be okay if Henry dies, and I'll re-roll somebody who maybe rolls something better.
This is a
Chosen one.
different pirate from the same ship.
You see all of this happen, Chosen.
Yeah, Chosen. What do you do?
Oh God.
You saw the water slip out of his hand.
This is the fire. Like I see Azer or whatever.
You don't
Asher.
see Azer. You
probably
see a
engaged.
massive fire being in front of you. Azer disappeared and left behind a small ember in which Henry threw a candle at, and then this massive, raging-looking fire elemental emerged from it.
Got it.
Also,
It's
mate,
not
I'm sorry,
Asher.
water is wet.
You should have told me. I was reading that chapter, and you told me to stop because you gave away the book.
Oh my God, I don't even know what to do at this point. How does the armor look in front of me?
It looks pretty beaten to shit.
Got it. Like
It's on a hinge.
down a hinge. Okay.
Finish her off, my man.
Mind you guys, I put little health bars on the enemies, not on you
Oh, yeah?
guys, so I don't. Well, you guys can't see them, but for me, but I don't put your guys' health bars so that I don't see how much health you guys have. So I'm like just kind of like instinctually thinking, what would the enemy really do based off of the
I
combat?
can see my health bar.
Yeah, you should be able to see yours respectively. But
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
letting you guys know from my end, I don't, which you guys might actually see in the videos too. So I'm totally going at you guys with no bias and no judgment toward your well-being. So
Oh, for sure.
just so you guys are aware. And then when I see the damage to the enemies, their little health bars, they move, but like it could be in red and they could have like 20 HP depending on how much health it started with. So I'm describing to you guys what I'm seeing also based off of the bar. When you guys roll is when I pull up the sheet to look at exactly how much health they have, but this thing looks like it should die in another hit.
I reach to my things and I try one more time to call Little Buck and Little Chosen here to me.
Okay. Give me another wisdom check.
Let's fucking hope. Save or mod? That's wisdom mod.
Just a check. Yeah, just a mod.
Yeah. Okay. Are you fucking kidding me? They're not meant to be here.
Money. We're supposed to
no.
die, my
Why are
friend.
we rolling so many ones? What's going
I know.
on?
What's
here?
going on with you guys? I'm
How
going
does
to
Meek
put one more out
talk?
there.
I'm gonna have to get it.
You what?
Oh, me? Sorry.
Yeah,
What
what
did
did you say?
I will put it out there. I did specify something that you had that you could use and you haven't tried once.
I have specifically.
Well, yeah, you're the only one who's ever done it. So,
I'll need some time to think about it.
that was your turn, right? Are you doing anything else with that? Oh, you can still go in for the attack if you wanted to.
No, you my divine favor.
Yo, you
Right?
used your divine favor? No, I thought you were just trying to call over your buddies from
No,
your
I
talisman.
know. You just like I didn't know it was something I had to use freely.
No, you don't have to use. No, I'm just saying, like, there's something in your toolkit that you haven't used, that you've been using in every situation, but this one for the first time.
Oh, enhance ability?
No, your spiritual weapon.
I don't. it takes a second level spell. I haven't been using it so I could actually heal people.
Gotcha. I was
I've
just
been
looking
doing
at it
it-
in the sense of helping you guys with damage aspects since you're not able to bring in your two others. I was trying to look at it.
I've been trying to save it so that like we could survive.
Fair point.
I didn't want to use it because
Yeah.
I would certainly have used it if I didn't think that this was a big bad motherfucker, right? Like,
He's a big bad.
I didn't think that I wouldn't have Little Buck and Little Chosen in here whooping
True.
ass.
This went super stealth for you guys.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
beautiful how this went. I love it so much.
Oh my god, dude.
So what do you wish to do? Get chosen? You still got your action.
I turn tail and run. No,
Do it, man. Run. Have him run.
I would swing at this guy. I guess like I'm gonna try to take him down.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Come on, man. Well, you can do it. Just smash him. That's what you do.
No, I know. This is going so far south. This is nuts how bad it's going. Oh man. I fucking missed with that. I used my +10 before you tell me I miss.
Okay.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, just give me the damage. Just roll roll damage dice.
Okay.
I believe it would be your.
Here?
One
How do I?
tell you right now?
Can I just pull it? to
Roll
roll
Warhammer again until you get it.
Yeah, your damage is a D10. Or
Can I
are you
just
using
roll
two? Well, real quick, I never brought this up. You have a versatile weapon. If you attack with two hands, it does more damage. If you attack with one, it does less.
I'm using my shield because I have to have my shield to get my
Got it.
D18.
Okay, so then it's a D8 plus your strength mod.
Well, it's plus
You can just
5
do
plus
strength.
2. So it's a total of +7.
There you go. Okay.
So it's a D8 plus 7.
Oh yeah, you had your proficiency.
Right?
I feel like that's wrong. You had your proficiency to hit initially, but you don't add it to the damage. So it'd
Okay,
be the
hold on.
D8 plus 2.
Okay. D8 plus 2? No.
Or whatever your strength is. I'm just making up a modifier number. I apologize. Yours is
Look
plus 5. You have a nat 20. You have a 20 strength, so it's a plus 5 for you.
Yeah.
So D8 plus 5.
Yeah. let
Or
me
just
do
a
that.
strength check.
Oh my god, I have so many things selected. Oh my god, no, fuck. How do I deselect?
Click and drag off of something that isn't selected, like just off on the map.
I'm trying to like log out and shit. What?
Oh, I have no idea what you're doing.
Reload app.
What you doing?
I'm just reloading application. It's like having
Pressure is
trying to
just
log
pushing
out.
in.
I know. Oh my god.
Verbalize it. Let's hear what you're doing. What's your character doing?
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna roll a D8
Well, what's your
Cool.
character doing?
plus 5. He is just out of sheer rage and anger, just gonna smush this guy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I mean, you just have. Oh my. Okay. Oh yeah, the
That's a
plus 5
very
was a
small
guarantee.
smush, my friend.
Yeah. He had enough health to handle another hit if he did worse. But because that plus 5, it's a guarantee. Yeah, you come in and as you smash him, the entire like armor just collapses and clatters to the floor. Just.
This is the only guy we've killed.
Alastor says, "Good job, chosen one. You're so strong. We're very proud of you."
Is there anything else you do, chosen one, or that's it?
Does
You can move.
anyone? I
Move.
know.
Move your character. You got lots of running space. Get this guy by us. We don't want him. You take him. Darko, give him space so he can get in front of you.
Do I see these doors?
What door? Sorry, they're all windows.
There's there's a bunch of doors.
Yeah, they're all
those
windows.
all windows.
Yeah, sorry.
But they're not. It doesn't look like they're blocked.
Jump out, bro.
So you can absolutely attempt to.
Do it.
I mean, you'd have to
Save
make it to it,
yourself.
and that's kind of far. I don't think there's a close one to
No, there's not. Fuck. They're all windows. Okay, yeah, it's 50 feet.
you. Yeah.
That's all good, dude. Yeah, they're all
Oh,
like
you're
50, 30. Yeah, I can't. It's not letting me like. Yeah, it's not letting me like measure
Oh,
the
yeah.
distance.
So to measure the distance, it's the third one, the little ruler.
Oh, got it.
Radio.
Okay. Yeah.
Now we can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then
Yes,
if it's either control or shift, you can like do little like brackets.
See, the thing is, Chosen One would not run away. Like, that's the thing. He just wouldn't.
So fight the next person. Do your thing.
All right. Does anyone look visibly hurt outside of myself?
Everybody.
Everyone that you see looks like they took some kind of lick here and there.
All right. I'm going to... Well, I can't because it's a bonus action, right?
What were you going to do?
I'm going to run up to this fuck. And I'm going to use my War Priest. And use my second attack.
Alrighty.
Totally Chosen One style.
Turns, because he... I don't...
Oh, you're using your measuring tool. Sorry. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if Chosen One still understands whether or not this is actually not Azer or not.
That's totally fine.
Wait, so is that Greenfield gone? That's awesome.
He's gonna go for it. He's just
Okay.
gonna fucking go for it because you know what? Why the fuck not?
As you get close to him, you notice that not only is there like a heat aspect to him, he's also emitting light. The closer you get to him, he's like giving off this like very, very sense, like he's like accepting your approach, if that makes sense.
Good. Much easier. Chosen One make it easier for you, or you make it easier for Chosen One to hit you. Go for it. Let me select him. Boom. And normal. And there we go. Let's do it. I hit unknown creature. I will do normal damage.
Oh.
100
points of bludgeoning damage.
He's only down to 101. Or 102, I should say.
How do you see that? I'm curious.
I saw it originally when you rolled it.
Wait, it showed you? Because it shows me that it was private.
Not bad. That's like 8% damage. It's a good start. 10 attacks later.
Good start. It's somewhere. Yeah. Unknown creature.
Oh, yours says unreal. Okay, mine says what it is and got it. So I see all the stats of what it is. You guys just see unknown. Got it. I'm gonna have to fix that. Okay.
I was just I had assumed
No, yeah.
The big bad guy there was the 111.
So you do 9 damage. Yeah, you hit it and it's just like it's like a gurgle of like flames and snaps and like.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't seem to have a proper language. Is there anything? That's your turn, right? That's it.
That's it. That's what I do.
You hear like a clanking coming around the corner, and you see an animated armor arise from behind this elemental and seemingly moving in your guys' direction.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't go through that, so it'd probably go behind. And then this one is going to turn to Darko, and it's going to do what it does best and swing its armor pieces at him.
I'm like really excited to see how this fight
ends. As it comes swinging, it like Darko. What do you do as you somehow dodge its attack?
I'm going to. I mean, because I'm already small. I'm assuming these are like very large, like things of armor, right?
Oh yeah, these are just all embodiments of armor with no sentinel body inside.
Yeah, really, what I'm going to do is just more or less kind of like roll backwards and kind of pick myself up that way.
Okay.
Yeah, like do a little
Got
backwards.
it. You just kind of like do a little dodge. Yeah, like a little dodge roll. Got you for sure. Okay. With that, it's going to re-roll the initiative. Good luck, guys.
Oh no, this is really bad.
That's a really rough start.
Holy shit.
I have so much time between my turns. I can pick all my new spells.
All right, I went from first to last. I'm gonna just hang out for a while.
I gotta go get a new beer. Do this one.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I'm gonna wait for them all to come back real quick to continue what happens next. How are you doing over here, Henry?
Not good. Not good. I think I barely have any health left.
I haven't checked yours actually. Let's see. Where are you at?
No, I'm at 19 out of 27.
Yeah.
Oh, better than I thought I was.
You're relatively looking decent.
Yeah,
compared to the rest of them.
Marsh, who's saving throws.
How you doing, Marsh? You still with us?
Oh yeah, I am. I'm just being dead.
What's Marsh thinking about in the as he's seen the afterlife right now? Give me the Marsh tone.
Well, so your life flashes before your eyes, but Marsh has a lot of life to flash. So he's only in his teens right now. He's going through his awkward phase.
Gotcha.
He's like,
give me a Marsh memory.
So, okay, first time Marsh ever killed somebody, he was 15, and it was because he felt like it.
So your first kill was at 15 just because you felt like it. What did you use at 15-year-old Marsh?
Just his bare hands.
Same idea at the same time.
Was it a strangle or a punch?
It was a strangle. It was over. It was in the back alley, and he was just like, "I'm gonna kill this guy."
Was it a murder hobo moment or
it was
deserving?
No, he definitely didn't deserve it. Just
Gotcha. Just a murdered hobo moment. That was Marsh's first taste of killing something.
Yep, he loved it.
Well, at least you're enjoying your memories right now. No, he's not dead, but he's reliving his memories, and he's at about age 15 in his pre-afterlife reel, and he was remembering his first kill, which was a murder hobo strangle in the back alley that he just wanted to do, and since then he's just been killing people since.
Right.
You just felt like it.
Surprised he hasn't tried to kill us with that murder hobo moment.
So now that I have you guys all back, and Darko has his snacks, which I accidentally said from Chosen One's voice. You guys see this embodiment of a fire elemental in front of you, in front of Chosen One specifically, and he's just kind of rising up on this guy, man. He's like Hulk moding up on Chosen right now.
I Hulk mode back
for a smash. Oh. And he misses in his first swing, and he goes in for a second.
Well, he just tried to touch him.
Oh shit! He has a fucking plus 6, dude.
He just swings down. And Chosen, you are just you finally are just in the mode, and you do what you do as you dodge out of the way. You maybe reflect one with your shield. It's up to you.
In the fucking zone.
And
I deflect the shield first with my first one.
Absolutely.
And then I come and deflect back with my my hammer on the second one.
And as you dodge it, you guys all hear this pitch of a voice. Finally! Everybody, get down! You guys hear Naza just scream out loud from above in the rafters.
That be...
It is now, and you guys actually now see her. She is in the exact same spot she originally wasn't in. And it is now the animated armor's turn, as it is going to continue its relentless assault upon our good friend Darko. And that one misses, as Darko continues to shortman syndrome the animated armor.
I'm not here dodging and weaving.
This one comes around to assist the large fire elemental.
So this time I'm going to do a front somersault between its legs.
Okay.
On the other side.
I'll give that to you. You see Darko just doing all these little kind of maneuvers and just positioning himself anywhere he can. The other animated armor comes around the corner of the fire elemental and hits the Chosen One for 5 points of damage, which was already dealt. In doing so,
got it.
It is now Henry's turn. Henry, here's what you see right now. You see all of a sudden Naza up top in the rafters screaming out finally from some crazy whatever bullshit's going on in that direction. You haven't heard from Marsh. Alastor and Darko are doing the hokey pokey with an pseudo armor behind you. There's 2 wisps who've seemingly gone inanimate, along with the other 3 that you are aware of in the building. So there's 5 of them just floating around as there's this animated armor and flaming elemental facing off with the Chosen One as a sphere of darkness is hovering in the air surrounding what was once a flaming book. What are you, Henry Horvon, doing?
So she screamed, "Get down!" So Henry's gonna drop down onto his back and pivot, grab his crossbow, and while he's laying there, take a shot at the armor that's behind him. Just whack.
Got it. Go for it.
Is this the one that's in
And
front of
watch
me?
me miss and freaking hit Darko.
If it's a 1, it may very well occur.
Oh no. I don't trust it in this one.
Darko re-rolls because of a player PvP moment. So you fire and you miss. As it hits it, it reflects off of his armor, and it's just kind of like, and things just kind of like, just bringing itself back to stature. Is there anything else you choose to do?
Just, mate, she said get down, get down!
All right, Henry is currently prone in response to this. Chosen One, what are you doing?
I choose to... What is, like, is it just a normal movement action to get down?
You can drop to prone. It would you would just drop to prone. If you wanted to get back up, it would take effort movement. But you can freely drop prone. Now, mind you, in your situation, if you drop prone, and at the end of the round, they have advantage to every attack. So, with the way the initiative's been randomizing every round, it's been a lot of fun. But this round particularly, was really rough against you guys. So if you guys were all prone, and then I'll go to the next round, I'm just going to be smacking the shit out of things.
All right. I know. I use... I again try to call Little Buck, Little Chosen. Is my movement action, which I assume that's the action it would be, or is it an action itself?
Oh, to summon Little Buck and Little Cho?
Yeah.
But I'm having you do a free passive wisdom because it's a talisman that you have attuned with and is on you, and I don't have the item to yet. So I'm not holding against you. Technically, it would be a bonus action in the future, but I'm letting you use it as a free.
Okay.
And you just been rolling once, so. Yeah.
I know. I've been every time. All right, I'm going for it again. All right, the 17. I don't know what that means.
Okay. You channel in your inner feelings again with this talisman, thinking that either it's broken, shrewd lied to you, or gods are not looking at you.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking shrewd lied to me.
Yeah. Meanwhile, is there anything else you're doing? Are you swinging? Are you tagging?
So nothing happened?
You feel confident every single time you squeeze onto that talisman and reach out to him.
Okay. So that was a free action. Yeah. So I am going to throw... I'm going to do a guided bolt with a second level... no. I'm going to do a guided bolt, first level spell slot, at the big fucker.
Alright.
Let me go ahead and target him and do guided bolt and cast spell. And do normal. Yeah.
As you use Guiding Bolt and cast it in the direction of point blank in front of you. You do hit it, it causes a bunch of flashing lights mixing in with his own flares and lights, and he's just like... And he does take the damage. You definitely make contact with it. He is also marked, I believe, so any attacks come with advantage, right? On hit, the target takes 4d6 radiant, and the next attack roll
Correct.
against it is with advantage.
Advantaged. Yes. So,
So
he is
whoever
lit.
attacks it next gets advantage, whether it be chosen one or another person.
Okay, and then so with my movement, I will move. Can I move back and then go prone?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to roll against it, but it's an opportunity attack. It could be an opportunity attack.
Fuck. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna move back towards Henry, sit next to him, and go prone.
All right. As you are fleeing backwards, it is going. Both of them are actually going to go in and make an attack at you.
And they will hit and kill me. Oh, fuck. Yeah, they both hit.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean, it was only 7.
Yeah, not that much damage. You're fine.
I am at 1 health.
Oh my god.
I'm dead.
Oh no, you're done. Yeah, you're down.
Zero.
You guys.
Zeroed me.
Okay, yeah, you guys. So you go down right here.
You
Yeah,
have what's it called where you can be back alive.
Yeah, I have the one skill, but I think I have to throw features.
Chosen one as you
Relentless
go to
endurance.
as you go to back away. Oh wait, you have relentless endurance?
I do.
Just when I figured out
then
my
you're good.
stuff.
You hold yourself at.
I have 1 health.
Kill everybody.
Yeah. Okay, you're good. You,
And I
as you
believe I make that. I still make that movement.
Yes,
right?
You are good. Yeah, you still can. Absolutely. So as you're going to flee, these things, both of them, the elemental and the armor, just almost in unison come in for an impactful swings against you, and you take both of them. And as you do, you feel like a knee coming to buckle, and you just take a deep breath and instill yourself to not go down. As you drag yourself the rest of the way to Henry, I will give you a free, say, 5-second moment to say whatever it is you need to say that you think is most important to Henry right now.
Before you die.
Chosen one may be seeing his god soon. And he pats Henry on the back.
See, that's it.
Passes out.
What's up, mate?
With that,
I
it is
didn't hear
now
you.
Marsh. Give me a death saving throw. Just don't roll a 1.
He's alive. He's alive.
Oh my god, he's holding on is what he's doing, but he's not gonna look good soon. Okay. Oh man, you guys are stressing me out.
Disadvantage. He has to get 2 20s. 2 nat 20s.
Okay.
Come
So
on, guys, I got this.
Darko. All of a sudden, a flurry of knowledge comes into your brain, and you just all of a sudden have an entire arsenal of things that you can do.
You know all of this? No, I really do.
What do you do?
Well, he is quite old. He maybe just remembered everything he could do.
It ticked.
Very
yeah,
true.
do all those things.
There's so many options. So a question about spells. Is because some of these say when you cast a spell using a spell slot of like X level or higher, like how does that work?
So if you click on it to use it, it'll ask you what spell slot you want to use. Anytime you use a higher level, it will take that higher level, but it will either increase its damage, increase how many people it affects, or some other thing it specifies.
But how does that impact how many spells I can use?
So if you use like let's say you use a level 1 spell as a level 2, you get rid of your level 2 spell slot. You use the level 1 as a level 2 and gain that benefit, which is most likely damage at a level 1.
Mm-hmm.
And you still have your level 1 spell slots. You just use that level 2, which means you can no longer use another level 2 if you only had that one level 2 spell slot.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So you're just giving up a higher level spell slot, and you know that you can't use a level 2 spell if you only had one level 2 left, and you use it for a level 1. That kind of thing.
So basically, I'm more or less like on my back behind this guy, and he's looking. The armor is looking away from me. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm going to use, and ironically enough, this is one that I already have, is Burning Hands. Wait, should I do that? No, I should not do that, because that's going to fucking roasty toasty everyone that's in. No, that's 15 feet, like that way, right? So,
here's what else.
Yeah, I would roast
So
everybody.
what you can do is you can click on the spell,
Mhm.
and it'll ask you if you want to cast it. You can choose to not cast it and just place the measurement, and it'll automatically create a little cone template for you, so you can then aim it wherever you want and decide whether or not you will or won't hit your allies.
Got it. Okay, I should
And
probably.
to rotate it, you would use the scroll bar. I don't know if you probably have to hold down Control while you use the scroll on your mouse, and it'll rotate the direction of your template.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do then is, let's see. Okay, yeah. So the guy in front of me, I'm gonna cast infestation on.
Nice.
So I guess it has to succeed a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, 1 second. What's your DC? On your spell page, on your spellbook page, it'll show.
Don't seem to matter.
Oh,
You failed,
12.
sir.
12.
You failed with 7.
Yeah, it fails. Give me the damage or the effect.
Or it takes 1d6 poison damage and moves 5 feet in a random direction if it can move, and its speed is at least 5 feet. Roll a d4 for the direction: 1 north, 2 south, 3 east, 4 west. This movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and if the direction rolled is blocked, the target doesn't move.
I got you. So, I don't know how to put this in a nice way, but you use infestation, and when you do, it has no effect.
Motherfucker.
It's just armor.
I don't know. Just trying to understand it.
All right. So, real quick, let me finish this round if you can. If you can last just a little longer. We got Alastor last, and then the round hits its end. So Alastor comes up to. What are you doing, Alastor?
Don't
The demon
want to
has
be
me.
alert.
What?
Henry does not want to be alert as possible, so you should probably stay up longer.
Typo.
Oh, you typoed it?
I think you know what I was
One of
going
the
for there.
Yeah, I got what you're saying. It's about that time of night.
We're not going to show that to your boss.
I'm like, oh no, the demon's got me! I turn to the shelf and I grab 2 books, and then I use Misty Step, I close my eyes, and I can see through Anansi, and I teleport away.
God.
Hi!
As
The demon has me! Books.
as the Chosen One and Henry. Oh, yeah, you got Chosen One. You hit the ground when you back away, right?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Okay. Darko, you did not hit the ground, but you're very short, so let's see if it helps you at all. You guys hear over the bearings of everything and all this weird crackles and flames and suit of armor nonsense. If anything, Alessa, please bless me. And anyone who decides to look up sees Naza dive off of the rafter. And as she comes falling down toward the elemental, you guys see... actually, Chosen, Henry, and Darko, give me perception checks. I want to see what you guys see real quick. And just give it to you.
Not much.
Perception.
You don't see it.
I don't see
Not
it.
much.
Don't see squat.
Henry finally sees something.
Mm-hmm.
So as Darko and Gallant are almost too distracted to see what's going on.
I'm bleeding
Laying
now.
on my back, looking up, so.
Right. Henry, you see Naza jumping off of the rafter, and as she does, she has these 2 longer, short sword, short swords as she's coming down, and they both seem to be imbued and glowing. And as you hear her say, "Alessa, bless me," you see from above, directly above where the darkness thing was, this surface area above her open up, and just this unnatural pool of blue just comes straight down on Naza's point. And as she does, she hits this. Well, let's actually see. She's coming in hopefully to hit this creature, but I won't know until I roll this dice. So
Please miss. That'd be hilarious.
I know.
No, that absolutely hits.
I'd love to see her.
That would have been bad. She comes, as she's swinging down with these two blades, and she hits it. You just see steam bust out from both incisions in which she makes, and it's just like, and you guys hear, and as it does, you guys see its physical embodiment almost like wilt her in some like wild sense. And it just like goes down to one knee as it's sizzling and it steams and fumes. And then you see Naza just in light, completely in flames as she makes contact. You see the flame, the anger of this elemental. Its flames go around the blades that are in penetrating its body and infuse them, and then completely surround Naza as she's on top. And you just hear her screaming, and she's just holding it. With that, we'll go ahead and stop it there. And we'll see where you guys pick it up
Did you just
at
say
the end of all this.
Oh, snap.
She successfully did a significant amount of damage, but it's not down yet.
Because we definitely weren't.
Hey, listen. I personally have done.
On a suit of armor.
What did I do? I did
I have
14
a module. I can't remember
and
which one it is.
9. I did 14 and 9, so I did a total of 23 damage to this thing.
And Marsh
Has
did the most
100
damage before he died.
It has 111, so I did 23 minus 111. It's down to 80.
88 is what you got.
Like 15%
down 55, so it's at 33.
You did like 50%.
Congratulations.
It's at 33 health.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow. Anyways,
So
guys,
kind of
have a good night. Good night.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, man.
Have a good one.
That was great.